creation, a world on the brink. In the age of sorrows, dangers abound and cataclysms loom on the horizon. But it is not without heroes. The Exalted, those chosen and empowered by the mightiest of the gods, are all around the world. They have, and can, pull it back from the precipice of oblivion. That is when they aren't too busy fighting each other. Now, Chills as Atom.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Korak as Lythander.
Deadpan.
Alatos as Gavel.
Buy your own Gavel dress-up doll for only $14.99.
And everyone else played by me, GamerX, the GM. My patron's deck has no pathetic cards, Cigareth, save for this! Must band together to save the dreaming sea, and perhaps reality itself, for the greatest threat creation has ever known. All this and more on FateBreakers.
Bark, bark.
The threat was themselves the whole time.
It was, and also kind of Oblivion. That was a wild last session. Does anyone need a recap?
What even happened?
No, I remember.
Super easy to
It's
It's hard to forget when your whole.
Yeah.
It's hard to forget when your whole health box is filled up.
I completely.
Oh, yeah.
I think
I got
the only one who didn't get brought down to their final health level or lower is Adam, because of the Common Rider armor.
I didn't take damage.
Yeah, that armor really pulled its weight.
Yeah. I'm glad I got it.
Common Rider armor.
Of all things, really, really useful.
So last session was the battle against Eternal Stigmata and his warstrider.
Yes. You mentioned this thing is a fucking scout unit.
Yes, this was the Babby. This was a half-built Babby version of a warstrider, and it's still...
Yes.
This is the equivalent... In D&D, this is the equivalent of fighting a very big dragon.
We also managed to preserve
it. Was very difficult, but
a possible
it almost...
late...
It got to the point when he hit the self-destruct button to take it with him, but you managed to turn it off.
Thank you, Lythander.
And that even after that, though, he was a challenge, because then he got out of it with a sword made of nothingness and started whooping people's asses.
Mm-hmm.
You did manage to kill him, though.
I had tanks.
Yeah,
it's okay. I had tank stance on.
And then I did a Virgil command grab on him and just utterly
the
annihilated him.
The Dark Souls message of racist slain popped up. That might need to be the fucking title card for the last episode.
Supremacist
racist slain.
Supremacist debased.
Supremacist canceled.
Ratio successful.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of good.
Oh yeah, so it was a hard enough fight that almost everyone Gavel was brought down incapacitated and needed to fill her power track in order to get back up. Lythander's ox body saved his ass and he was on his last possible health before going down. SSD used alchemical magic to take all of the hits for Gavel's troops, and that brought him down to his final health level.
Oh yeah, which I mean he kept his promise, so
to the point that he fulfilled the greater oath that you guys sealed, and now you guys are even.
How dare.
Mm-hmm.
So this first scene is probably going to be the requisite recovery scene, because I believe for healing, you do heal up within the course of a scene if it's not a dramatic injury, but you guys basically have to be spending it relaxing.
Yeah,
that's exalted healing for you. So this first scene is probably going to be the feast. Then, what would you guys be doing in terms of getting food together for a big celebratory dinner over ratioing the racists into oblivion?
I would send a few troops, particularly some scout units, to go hunt some wild game.
Okay, I'll have... let me pull up the Roll20. I forgot to go pull that up right now.
I was about to say, I'm the only one in the Roll20. I'm a little concerned.
I thought I clicked on it,
Let's fix
my
that
bad.
right now.
It does not say you are... Let it... You're good.
Please don't show my face, Roll20. Thank you.
It does not, and I have my thing's camera off by default. It does not have permission for my camera, thank goodness.
Actually, they should roll one more
die.
dice. Let's see if that helps them.
Please.
Nope.
Well, no. Let me have this over here. There we go.
I'm gonna go find Pedro and make some fried chicken.
Okay.
No, you won't. You're still in the netherworld.
Oh yeah, I forgot you left him behind.
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah. I remembered this. So at the end of the last scene, Korak did a funny Looney Tunes skit where he replaced himself with a regular bird, which is not something you find in the underworld. So I've just had a little soul bird in my hat the entire time, and I'm just sort of wondering why is Lythander not a human yet?
It's fine. You could just pop out of the underworld
But
again once it's sunrise in any local Shadowland.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I will probably be, as for my rest, I guess I'll probably put in a couple, just spend the day on the phone, put in a couple of calls, see how everyone else is doing.
What do you mean by the phone?
The mailbird.
Not the phone.
The Twitter.
Yeah, I'll probably just send a couple of letters, maybe a couple of what's it called? I don't know if Exalted has a system like this, but I know that in D&D you can just send messages.
That is normally a spell,
telekinetically through magic.
There are means of doing. In this case, the long distance. There are a few different means of doing that. There are sorcerer's workings that could telepathically link people together. There's the standard sorcery spell, Infallible Messenger, which is what Lythander's boss used to say, hey, FYI, the fascists are on the war march.
Oh boy.
And there's also heliographs and messenger pigeons, but the means that you're probably going to be using here is SSD.
SSD as in SMS.
Steadfast Fascinating Driver, the alchemical whose entire side quest this past arc has been.
Yeah. What I meant is just we're using him as snail mail, essentially.
How this probably works is that when you approach the topic of needing to get in touch with people for business deals, he actually he is in self-repair mode, so he is kind of just lying on the floor as a bunch of...
Not for business deals. Let me clear this up. It's not for business deals. I just want to we just went through a big battle, and I just want to talk to the people that I hold close, I guess, or people that I've talked to over the past few years. So people that aren't here, associates and friends. I'm imagining Nue also is someone I'm going to be sending messages to. The people over at the Salt Village.
So he does have something to help out with that. So you go over
that monk fellow.
Right. Right. Let's go down the list and go ahead and make a roll. Let me check your sheet to see if there's any applicable. This would probably be influence, right?
Probably, which is why I'm probably going to be, instead of making that fortitude increase, I'm probably going to be making another influence increase.
So go ahead and give...
Because now I'm at
okay,
3.
so you're steadily gaining more and more. The Golden Hawk restaurants are the chain restaurants are taking off all over the region then. As represented with the demon from last... Oh, I almost forgot the demon from last time. He almost got mind-jacked by the Hearteater.
Yes, I do remember that.
In my initial draft, he was supposed to do that, but the Hearteater didn't roll well enough to overcome Adam's willpower shield that's over everyone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so Hearteater's not limited to bodyjacking humans. The only thing that is explicitly immune to their powers are other Exalted.
I see.
But what do I
okay.
have to roll here? Rex?
Give me an embassy roll. You could add your influence, the new one, and let's say that this is force.
All right, so I'm gonna be using an
Yeah. So how
excellency
this
as
is
well.
happening is you mentioned wanting to get in touch with people, and SSD, while he is in self-repair mode, just kind of slumped in a lawn chair. I have something that might help. Slap, help you. I have a few contacts around myself, and he spends a mote, and actually 2 motes, and is able to link up with some old components of himself that he has left at strategic points around the region. Me and Mobo's old methods should be able to help with this, and 6 successes is enough to succeed at this. This is a difficulty 5 roll to pick up on stuff.
No. You don't understand. SSD, I'm trying to ask. Forgive my wording. Allow me to be a bit more clear. I like sending mail at this point in time. I believe it's relaxing. I was just trying to ask you if you have anybody living long distances that you would like me to send something to.
Well, I do have a few, and through using my magic, we can get in touch with them. Essentially, what this does is it takes a letter, is able to copy its contents, and then slowly replicate it at a distance.
Oh,
Basically, SSD
that was certainly
is
be
using
faster.
itself as a fax machine.
Well, that would certainly be faster than the old carrier pigeon.
It does
method.
take a lot of effort to do so, though. So I'm only this is a 2 mote charm,
Right.
so he can only do this so much before he needs to regenerate his mojo. I would like to get in touch with some of my old batch. I haven't heard from them in a while, and I would be interested in hearing what some of them are up to. And we can abstract the different uses of this over. The role I asked you for was for if your contacts had picked up on something in the background, and they have.
Right.
Yeah, so do you have any... before I drop the reveal, do you have any specific questions and people you want to send letters to and get responses from?
Well, firstly, of course, I want to send a letter to my my friend Nue to see if she is, check up on her, see if she's doing well. Ask about, the monster hunting business. See how she's been handling the recent situation, or to see if she's heard anything about the name The Economy before, around circles of, like either like the demon world or any place that escapes like the common sight. So
All right.
To speak.
Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Additionally, I want to send a letter to my contacts in our next destination, the place where we're going. I forgot the actual
Champoor.
name. It starts. Yes. Just to more or less check out the perimeter, see if we got news from that. See if they have any knowledge of that monk fellow roaming about. Just to see how we would have to prepare. Like how much time we have to prepare and which areas to avoid when we're going over there in disguise.
Okay. So it takes him more effort to get the letter to Nue because there's no direct component of him there. He needs to have it delivered, and the letter will take some time to get there. But over the course of the feast preparations, over the coming days of just rallying everyone back to get back into normal creation from the underworld and waiting for proper times to bring an entire army over because it's difficult crossing at points, you do eventually get a letter back. It is not in her usual handwriting, but it is from her. And the reason for that is she is writing with the wrong hand because she is missing her other.
Oh, dear.
She reassures you that it will grow back, but she woke up one morning with her arm missing. She has no idea where it went. There was no sign of blood, no intrusion. She just woke up and, oops, there goes my arm. The further updates that she is able to give you is that the campaigns in Yazir is kind of... It's not going in the way that she expected. She has essentially been using shape-shifting magics and guerrilla campaign to help free a bunch of imprisoned people there and help people regain their freedom from the ruling insane sorcerer kings. A lot of the sorcerer kings have been acting incredibly odd lately, doing things that they normally wouldn't do, working on very strange magical practices that are wholly unlike them, and in a very strange change of pace, the Empire of Yazir is usually pretty insular. There have been caravans seen in there that are not from anywhere you've ever seen before, flying a banner you are not familiar with, probably from across the sea. Let me go pull back to the world map as we were talking about updates to the region.
Mysterious trades and uncharacteristic behavior.
What a mysterious...
She has not heard of anyone by the name of The Economy. She thinks it's an incredibly pretentious name.
Right, I agree. Still, it's the only lead we've got right now.
She also has one final update in terms of seeing more jellyfish people showing up.
Oh, I love those guys.
Yeah, a lot of them have been hovering on the periphery of the mountainous island, a very unnatural terrain that the entire Isle of Yazir holds on. They have not been doing all that much. They have mainly been sulking on the waves and just doing scouting missions. They are always able to jump back into the water and take care of any of the Ysiri troops that go after them. They are beast folk, so they are stronger than most humans can usually get to. They're peak human condition plus extra zappy tentacles.
Right.
So there is that to terms of, and once if Lythander tells you about the message he received from Seven Obsidian Leopard, then maybe you might be able to piece some more together with that. So general update of things are heating up. I'm fine for now, aside from a few missing limb stuffs. I'll get back in touch soon.
Good.
Just casually missing a limb.
I mean, Lunars are the best. Lunars can regenerate shit like crazy with the right builds, and she has the right builds.
Fair.
So, things seem fairly quiet on the southern front, apart from some suspicious movements going on in the Kingdom of the Sun. Fellers, and I give a more detailed explanation, and then I give a more detailed explanation to Gavel and Lythander about what I heard.
If Lythander has shown up by now.
Right, no. To the bird I think is Lythander. I know Lythander, but we'll have to be careful. You can't just go for a full frontal assault like that. You gotta be subtle. I know. Eat your lobster soul. Go over there.
Seems like there's a more heavy hand going on in the kingdom, then.
Uncharacteristic behavior and suspicious trades with an unknown populace.
Question is, which part of the monarch would it be a part of? Would it be on the top of the food chain, or a bit lower?
I'm not I'm not sure, but I suppose that's more or less where we're going to go and find that out. Most of what thankfully, know he didn't give me too many news regarding our monk friend, so we gotta stay on guard, but at the very least we know that we're not actively being sought out. We have the element of surprise.
Anyway.
Who else did you want to send letters to?
I'm sending a letter in SSD's name to his
batch.
friends.
Got it.
To his batch, just so he can get in touch and have a good conversation with him.
Okay. He does get one response back fairly quickly. It's addressed by someone to the name of Relentless Argent Mist.
Ram?
Yes, that's the joke. It's a very short
Ram.
message,
Ram, we call.
very laconic, kind of like a telegraph of currently in Champoor, could use assistance.
Well, seems our interests align once again.
I haven't seen Ram in over a decade.
That's true. Never too late for an old get-together.
Last I heard, she was working on some, what she called an urban renewal project. Whatever that means.
Did you leave on good terms, at least?
With me, yes. With other members of the batch, no.
That's a shame.
There was an argument in regards to Prasad, how to handle it, and whether or not we should actively resist them or if we should just move elsewhere. They're expanding out pretty fast over these last 2 years, and we each have our own peoples to protect. Our magic key. I know that yours is powered by the sun, Lythander's by the moon, Gavel's from hell, ours is from the people. And my people are of the nomads in the area, and they were in severe danger of being annexed by Kavdahar and its sons.
Well, it does seem like she's in distress in some way or shape or form.
Distress isn't the right word.
You always have.
She doesn't need distress, she needs backup.
True enough. Well, since it's on the same way, I suppose maybe we could travel together one last time.
I do need to help rebuild. I can't come with you in my entirety, but he just kind of pokes at his drone hand.
Right.
I could send part of myself with you, at least.
Yeah, rest easy. Yeah,
The entire time he's
You're-
been saying this, he has been glitching out like crazy because he's still at his last health level.
And I'm just like, yeah, don't worry about it. Take your time, rest up. You've earned it. You've more than earned it, big guy. In fact, a nap sounds just perfect right about now.
Says you, the only person who didn't take health damage.
Hey, I took emotional damage
Did you?
from seeing my seeing my friends get hurt. I was very distressed.
That's fair.
Damage.
Emotional damage.
I had to spend 10 power to get Gavel back up.
Yeah, you did. Any other letters you want to send?
Mm-hmm.
Or any letters Gavel wants to send through this trick, too?
Any letters, Gavel? I don't think Gavel would want to send any letters, at least not at this
Well, you
moment,
could
for
contact
sure.
the demons and see if anyone downstairs has any big news, like getting ready for the con or something.
The demons.
True. Yeah, I'll send a ley line through some of the more lower demons that I know, see if they've had any contact with anyone in Palanquin, to see if anyone's been making any deals with the monarchs.
Okay. I will let that go through as there's a handful of demon cultists that you maybe have had brief interactions with. Probably near the eye of the killing storm, because the local ruler there, Bloody Hands or some such. I don't remember his exact name off the top of my head, but another local lunar warlord. He teaches sorcery to some of his inner circle do have sorcery, and that does involve a lot of demon interaction. So send a few letters to them, and you get a reply saying that there has been a rumor about Palanquin, about a place called Zenmu.
Zenmu.
I think you already have it in your notes, buddy.
Do I? Yeah, I do. You're right.
And the rumor there is specifically, like, in addition to the Malpheus portal, is that there was something of great power and danger stored there that the Yozi did not want people finding that they found. Whatever is in there, it's something that hell does not like. Although it sounds like the damage was already done. And they don't go into much more detail beyond that. Just a warning flag and caution tape near that area, it sounds like.
Okay.
Long in-character silence of digesting what that means.
Gavel's just gonna say her. We'll just say her thanks then, and.
Oh, by the way, that 15 dice pool that was rolled a bit ago, that's still under the resolve of Adam's mind shield field. Something I will say, Adam, is that at some point over the next few recovery days, you still get the getting watched feeling on the back of your neck at some point. That eases up once you got out of the underworld. And you get the feeling of someone was trying to spy on you, but crossing over... the combination of crossing over and just keeping a focus on keeping the integrity protecting magic that you have learned over the past few legs of your journey active has helped to beat something back, and you should be safe-ish now.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
You can, for now.
I mean, yeah,
Duel
true.
1. But yeah.
Let's rock.
But yeah. But now it just makes me wonder, you know. People getting spied on is one thing. Whether or not it's something of ill intent, it depends entirely on interpretation. But I feel like we were definitely in a position where we would probably most likely be watched by someone who does not have our best interest in mind. So I'm glad at least that we have been evading detection, at least for now. In the meantime, however, I have one last message I'd like to send.
Okay, and there's one or two messages coming in for you on this channel as well.
Oh. What are they?
Well, let's get to yours first.
It's a short message. It's not really specifically something that I need to get an answer on. It's just a note for someone close to the the 100 closer to the 100 Kingdoms, away from Prasad itself.
Now that message is going to take a longer ass time to get up there because SSD's components do not send that far. That would need to be sent through normal trade channels.
That's perfectly fine. I'll send them at a different time, rather. But the message essentially reads, find the successor. And that's mostly where I'm going to leave it.
Okay, we'll bury that plot seed for later then, I guess. All right, now for the embassy roll that you rolled earlier. That is a success. It was difficulty 5 to notice. There is a report from one of the higher-ups in organization's not quite the right word, but business, in your business chain, probably housed out of one of the Prasadi auxiliary conquer ships, like Rock Ship or something like that. See that dot in the map? That's reasonably far out to where they have stretched by now. So there is a report from there about concerns of embezzlement.
Embezzlement, huh?
Yeah, it's effectively they're running an internal investigation of one or two middle-level employees who have been starting up side fundings in a few of the restaurants in the Golden Hawk chain. In terms of taking money from the till, as it were, like slipping a few obol coins here and there into their own pockets, it's not clear. What is clear about this is that it's not just one-off incidents. They're a network of across the entire Dreaming Sea of one or two people like slipping a few coins off the till and everyone else doing their same jobs at the other day, and the next day they do a repeating schedule of who is doing what embezzling, working in concert. And this was a pretty well put together organization. It took 6 successes in order to notice anything was going on at all.
Nothing escapes the watchful eye, the watchful golden eyes.
And what's especially concerning is that there appears to be, it's in black and white, but there appears to be a splatter of something on this message.
A splatter. I smell it.
Well, it's ink, but that's only on the copy.
Right.
Could be blood. Could be something else.
Could be something. Yeah, it could be somebody got a little wild with Branch, and they got all over them. Dumbass, messy eaters. Anyway, this is interesting. Somebody's taking my money, and that's not gonna fly. I'm not gonna make it my problem at this moment, but let's just say something I gotta deal with at some point in time. Can't be having these kinds of scandals under my franchise. And the other one?
The other one. That can wait until Lythander shows up. About when do you think you come back to the group? Or meet back up?
I don't know. I'm still recovering.
Oh shit, yeah, you were hit really hard!
I'm hopefully not dead.
Oh no, you're not. There needs to be a finishing blow against an Exalt to kill them, otherwise they get up naturally. So let's say that you wake up again in the underworld in the little hut Many Hands Mahendra was living in.
Who are you?
Gods, they really did hit you
Hey,
hard.
wait,
didn't they?
you're the bard, right? Okay.
Yes, he's saying this as he's using he's using like all 10 of his hands to cook food. He is being a one-man chef team right now, like something right out of Iron Chef.
Bless
Champ.
you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you for the food. Now, who am I?
God damn it. Lythander of the Seething
What's the
Moon is my
Seething
understanding.
Moon? What does that even mean?
He's gonna roll a social check to see if you're bullshitting him. What's your resolve?
Check.
Uh-oh.
2.
Okay, what's your end game with this? Are you running a bit? You forgot who you are again?
You got hit so hard presumably third time.
It knocked my skill right out of me.
Oh my goodness.
Because the sorceress working is permanent, I'm gonna say that any amnesia will wear off from now on.
It's funnier this way.
Oh goodness sakes.
I'm joking. It's a ruse.
Oh boy.
It's a rustle.
I hoped so, yeah, okay. Yeah, so it does take him, because it was a close roll, it does take him several concerned moments of figuring out before it... Okay, right.
What do you mean, okay, right?
Is this how you get your rocks? Is this how you get your rocks
No,
off?
normally how I do that is I go outside and I bat myself against a tree.
Well, you remember enough to know what your fetishes are then.
No,
That laughter's in
Got him,
character.
Chief.
Fool me once, shame on me. You are not pulling that trick again.
Don't
Sorry,
worry,
man.
I'm a masterful genius. I'll get you one day.
Were you trying to steal his shape? Unfortunately, he rolled too well.
2.
It was a good try, though, and it was pretty funny.
Get it? 2. He rolled a 2.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, so as he's preparing what seems to be some kind of underworld specialty soup. Now, you are a necromancer, right?
I guess. Yes. Yes. I look at my hands again.
Good, and this means this might be...
No. Yes, I am.
He is ignoring that bit by
Yes,
now.
Mm.
Okay, good. You've been getting... he points to a little a hand-woven basket that is in the door, and what can only really be described as fan mail is in there. A bunch of spirits in the area left this for you about the time you brought that thing down. It's still there, by the way. Do you want to take that with you?
That's a very good idea, unless you guys need it. I need to break soul steel somehow.
Well, honestly, that's something people have been trying to do for literal ages, but I guess anything's the first step, so go ahead
Thank
and
you.
give it a
I'm
try.
going to, where is it at exactly? I do have a way of transporting it, I guess.
Does it involve, like, getting super big or something to carry it?
No, it's, putting it in a different dimension. Pocket space, if you will.
What, like shoving it in a Yushan bunker or something?
Kinda, yes.
Alright, just kind of hums to himself and pushes the
thank
sack
you.
of letters over towards you. Alright, yeah, go ahead. Careful about reading some of this. You might want to comb it over with a fine-tooth pen, because there is a bit of ghost mojo in here.
I'm gonna use, Spirit Cutting Glance, then. Wait, do I even need that?
Letters are absolutely haunted. Good call.
Ghost is haunted.
Huh.
What? Ghost is haunted.
Funnily, that might have been a good idea for an intro quote, too, from me.
Okay, is there any way to break the haunt?
Give me a
Absolutely.
sagacity roll.
Which attribute?
Attribute plus...
Fortitude? Okay.
Fortitude.
Thank you.
Being nice.
Don't worry, I'm gonna roll a 1. That's a 4. That's...
Surprisingly, no
yes,
ones
but
in that
I got 4
in that
successes.
dice pool.
Hey, it was a difficulty 4 roll.
Okay.
There you go.
You going through most of the letters, they actually do seem fairly innocuous for the most part, aside from one of them that your spirit cutting glance is warning you about. A lot of it is comprised from dead tree paper, the common form of writing in the underworld. It's essentially a lot of thank you letters and the occasional flirtation from people. Basically thanking you from killing the giant warlord in the region who was hammering them all into a Gundam.
That's nice of them.
Yeah, a lot of it is offers from help, including a few not people with the royal connections to the undead, to the dual monarchs of the underworld, but people, a few movers and shakers in the underworld have noticed what you did and appreciate that. And now for the elephant in the room. This feels a lot like Eternal Stigmata did in terms of the weird rendering errors attached to it. This can't be a letter from him because he's hyper dead now. Like, he was literally erased from reality thanks to Gavel using the combo move on him.
Our fastball special is You May It Will.
Sending him to super hell.
That.
Sent to the ultra hell that is Florida.
Hey, don't say that. I'm going there in a week.
You poor soul.
Well,
Oh no! I'll be with
That creates the
I'll see damn
departure.
video games and be shot.
Okay, so the the major concern here upon approaching this is that this is something that was probably taken from his desk and given to you as like a tip-off by whoever put this all here.
Mhm.
And this is a letter from him addressed to someone else that he never sent. And this is filled with all the junky Neverborn juice, so actually opening it might be risky.
I'm gonna stash that in my pocket then. I'm not gonna open it.
Okay. Is Sari still in there, by the way? Sari?
Yeah, but I mean my physical pocket. Not my
Okay.
metaphorical infinity pocket.
Although now that I mention that, Siri may have passed on, because what was keeping her there is her whole village being murdered and enslaved into the Soul Steel by Eternal Stigmata, so it's up to you if you want that character to stick around or not.
I say that's up to you, because I thought the plan was she's there until I destroy Soul Steel, but...
Let's say she could stick around for now, then.
I mean, if you...
She has another fetter.
Okay.
That's ghost bindings that keep them chained down, essentially, to the world. Keeps them from reincarnating.
Okay.
All right. So you are essentially cooped up with Mahendra for a few days as he is nursing you back to health and stemming the tide of fan mail.
Why, thank you very much, my friend.
Mhm.
One final update I'll give you while you're in there, and it actually is for the best plot stuff that someone stick behind in the Underworld, at least for a bit, because on the very final days, you finally healed back up to your full health levels again and are about to head out, presumably. You got one final letter. Or rather, Mahendra does. He gives it a quick glance over, blinks, reads it over again to make sure his eyes weren't playing tricks on him. Then he takes out his eyes and polishes them, puts them back in, and reads it over a third time to make sure he really read that right. Shit.
What?
Where were you? Where did you say you were headed next?
To a little known out of the backwoods place called Champoor. I'm joking, I know it's
I'm assuming
not
the
backwoods, but no, we're going to Champoor.
Okay, yeah. There's been a lot of dead people in there.
Like, dead ghouls and such being resurrected in there? Like for an army, or just people dying?
People being murdered.
Oh, I should kind of go and stop
From
that.
from a plague, according to this.
Is it a natural plague or a exalted plague? There's a difference. Natural plague, they brought it upon themselves. Exalted plague, I'll try to stop it.
You mean magical, I'm assuming. And given the fact that a few Dragonbloods were found dead by this, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, it's magic.
Is it truly, though? Is it... Oh, it's magic. You know.
Well, here's
I would prefer.
well,
not
here's
to
a
get
question for
copyrighted.
you. Have you ever been sick since you lit up?
Yes.
With what?
Ligma.
Gonna have a roll for him.
Do it. Come on, roll.
Oh,
I need
Nope.
them to fail. Oh, come on.
That 10 saved his ass. He ignores that.
Well, I was also sick with suck on.
No, that's his blanket roll for
Dang
not
it.
being
Okay.
baited.
Can I add a stunt bonus?
Nah, it's
to
fine.
subtract?
I don't think that's how that works.
No,
Wait, he's
sorry.
an exalted as well, right?
Yes.
Dang it. Actually, what do I have? I might have
Oh,
something to
man.
force this.
All right, while
you
you're
might
going
ask,
through
what
that,
is Ligma? No.
moving on.
No, do it.
Dude, I can do the hard
No,
counter.
do the counter.
No.
Do the counter.
What's the hard counter in
Anyway.
this circumstance, my man?
Lythander said, "What is?" You might be asking, "What is?" He said the thing. He said, "What is Ligma?" So that Mahaney can go lick my ball.
Okay. Let's see if he thinks of that. 1 second.
Oh, please.
This is stuck on the rolling the dice screen for like 10 seconds. The suspense.
I'm sorry, literally everyone in the comments yelling at this.
No, it's
This
fine.
is my only thing I can offer to the series.
No, it's fine. We needed a good we needed a bit after the insane 4-hour boss fight last time.
Oh.
I am refreshing the page. That shit is refusing to load.
I was about to say.
Okay, let's again. Does he figure it out?
Please be smart enough to say it. I beg of you.
He leans in close to you.
I think that's enough.
I shout her hand casting to lift hands up.
Got him.
Okay. But no, seriously though, have you ever been sick since you exalted?
Besides through curses, no.
That sounds about right. Normal diseases and injuries usually,
Though natural
divine power usually burns away.
Though, let's be honest here. Some of nature can produce curses itself. The earth is alive. And if it really wants us dead, it will kill us.
Yeah, just go further east and you'll see a lot of that shit in action. That's where the pole of wood is, and that does not play around. Magical diseases, though, we have better protection against them than most people, but
we're not immune to everything.
That doesn't mean correct. And this, given that this disease killed some dragons, it's definitely magic in nature. There's a magic plague in Champoor.
Is it bad that I don't feel bad for them? For some of them.
I know about the reputation Champoor has, the whole wretched hive of scum and villainy and all, but that doesn't mean everyone there deserves it, does it?
No.
Just the people on top, I guess.
Yes, that's who we need to, no longer exist, if you catch my drift.
I believe the common parlance these days is alivant.
Yes, exactly. You see, I'm going to take that... I don't even know what to call it, but I'm going to make it something great.
Let go of the toy.
No. No, my toy's breaking my head!
Oh no! Mahendra reached out of the fiction and slapped it!
Die.
Fox.
No!
Die!
Oh, that should have been my intro quote for this episode, come to think of it.
Switch your intro quote.
Goodness sakes.
I could,
But yes, essentially that's what it means.
I'm giving you a
You
lot
are,
of gold
yeah,
here.
thanks.
But,
Okay, so...
But yes, no, I understand what you mean. He says noddingly, not knowing what he means.
You might wanna... I've heard a cloth mask might be helpful if you could get one of those together. Hey, aren't you a sheep? You could make one from yourself.
How dare you assume
Topical.
I'm a sheep?
Hee
Meh.
I mean, he did see you in your big battle form.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I guess. How dare he? How dare he spy on me?
Are there any other questions you want to ask him from that report?
Yes,
Or
how
anything
long
else?
have I been out?
Just over a day and a half, maybe.
And my companions never came to retrieve me.
They took... You know that bird you turn into? There was one here.
Are
Actually,
you
now that I think about it...
serious?
Now, wait a second. Oh, fuck.
What? What is it?
There was something off about that bird.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Was it the evil bird Slugma?
No, this is actually serious. Stick with me for
Oh
a
no,
second.
I am being serious here. Slugma.
Those birds are not native to
Oh!
the underworld. I should have...
Okay, that's even
How did it get here?
Who knew that my memes would actually produce actual elements into the game?
I know. How long do you think it would take back to get to everyone else after hearing that?
About a month.
How long would it really take you to get back?
About 2 weeks.
It would only take you like a few days, realistically.
Yeah, but you don't think I'm gonna take in the sights, eat the local cuisine, eat some kid cuisine penguins?
Not if the GM can help it.
More like, not if you realize someone has infiltrated the group.
Do you think I care about that group? I say as I
Among
rush
Us.
out of the tent with a
Piece of
with a
toast?
piece of toast in my mouth, trying to get there within
Correct.
trying to get there within the hour if possible.
Okay.
Korak must save us from Among Us.
Amogus. I don't have the vine boom, I'm sorry.
At this point, at this point,
I'm going to run and
Adam
pocket
and...
the giant mech into my hammer space.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
don't think I need a roll for it, but do I need a roll for it?
You don't. You need to spend a
Okay,
mote.
yeah, I'll spend 2 motes to make it faster.
Yeah. You would probably need to spend 2 for something as big as
Okay,
that anyway.
so I'll spend 4. Make it faster.
All right. Hey, meanwhile, Adam and Gavel make difficulty 7 awareness rolls.
Awareness, you
What's
say?
awareness?
All right.
Awareness. Arg.
Any
Force.
attributes to that? Force,
7,
thank you.
huh?
Hey.
Difficulty
1, 2,
7.
3,
That's
4, 5,
that's
6,
a-
7.
I mean, if
ludicrously
you
high
have
amount.
4 rolls, you can technically
Sure
get
is.
it with 3 10s.
Hmm.
All of these need to at least succeed, or I need to get some 10s in this, so be kind.
Be kind.
That was not
I'm gonna
kind,
go
so
ahead and
I don't notice
spend-
a thing.
2 motes. Just so I can have like an even 10 on the number
Unless
of
you have an
dice.
awareness excellency, no, you can't really do that. You could try and do a stunt if you've been picking up on the clues I've been laying down and figured out what that might mean.
If you've noticed the bird literally hissing and not talking,
Well, that's exactly
I
what
know,
Lythander
which
would
makes
do.
this terrible.
Lythander hisses and doesn't talk. That's his MO.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Hmm.
Who knew this would actually make a plot point?
You
one
know,
day?
Gavel, I've been thinking about something that's been perplexing me for a little bit ever since we came back up from the underworld.
What's might that be?
Lythander's been acting strangely ever since we brought him back. And what's more, I looked everywhere on his body. I couldn't find his ring. And there's just
Are you sure he didn't swallow it?
No. If he swallowed it, I would have found it. I already fed him like 3 lobster souls. He probably would have spat it out by now. But what's interesting is
Here, do you perhaps know another language?
well, I tend to dabble in whichever language. I mean, if that's what it takes, I can cast strange tongue understanding.
Wait, you bought that too?
As it just
Yeah.
Okay.
so happens, I happen to know the same thing.
Well, now that's very interesting.
Go ahead and add a stunt with that, now that you may have picked up on something.
All right.
For Adam's awareness roll.
Okay.
All right, that's close, but not quite.
5, but not quite.
There's definitely something off with Lythander right now, but what it is, you can't really tell. Until Lythander runs into camp!
But we still gotta wait for that.
Let's roll for the bird to see if it...
It's for the bird.
Can hear us.
Hey, good news. Solar's win on ties.
Hey!
Thank goodness.
Sweet.
It's at the very last second that you catch it, Adam, before it happens. At one point, you see...
Everybody duck!
Well, no. What happens is that, like, about a few hours before Lythander shows up in the rest of the group in whatever form he's choosing to motor there, like, you are this is right before the
Did I
feast,
trick a horse?
So even with a roll of... horses are... I could roll for a camel.
No.
Okay.
Okay. You tricked a camel?
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I spoke to him in
you
his own
managed
native
to-
tongue and got him with the ligma.
Sure, let's go.
You know what? That checks out.
You know what? Sure. Okay, so, it's at the very... It says everyone is preparing for the feast. Even with one success, you manage to scrape together enough rations that you already have. It's less of a feast and more just a big group dinner with some water, which is not... Yeah, it's not ideal.
I wonder why no one
basically,
asked,
you could have
hey, Lythander, you mind making enough drink for everyone? You know, the thing that he has done every single time?
You are still a burb.
That doesn't mean that no one would... Wow, you guys are the worst group of all time. You're the worst companions a man can ask for. A changing moon could ask for.
It's fine. Adam noticed it before it went off. And what precisely it is around the time of the dinner, Adam notices quote unquote Lythander.
Future.
Like this is from a while, like far away. He notices that a light on the branch and starts speaking to one of Gavel's troops. And the voice that he uses is not Lythander's.
Hey kid. You want to know something funny?
Want to smoke some?
You
I
wanna
can't say that on this
very
podcast.
funny.
Never mind.
If you stab Gavel
Uh-oh.
with a knife,
What is that?
feel it.
What's that for?
Why
That is 10 successes.
Why does
I
that
don't
bird
like
have an
that.
anima? And that is not a lunar anima.
Hey kid, you want to hide a body?
What caste mark or what caste mark is
No
it?
no cast mark.
we-
It appears to just be glowing
if-
solid white. Adam can just barely pick up on this from basically in a football field away. Like as everyone is setting up for the mini feast, is this bird at the very corner of it is pulling up to a late teenage kid who is probably from Gavel's own tribe, and it's just pulling up to him and just talking to him, and glowing. Not with Lythander's anima.
Not with the Lithicus.
Immediately, I pull out my flame piece and I run in his direction.
Seeing Adam this worked up and pulling out his piece, as it were, I'm
And
I'm
I,
gonna
as a
follow.
camel, am going to gallop up to that tree.
Unfortunately, he rolled 10 successes.
Oh, so we can't see him, is what you're saying?
No, you see him. But the damage is done, as it were.
Yeah, that's fair.
You managed to get.
That's a
you
lot
managed
of
to get
successes, Jesus.
Yeah, he used a mode on that.
Ooh.
So by the you get there, and the bird is going to attempt to fly away.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. After a few moments of after like a minute solid of speaking, it just flies away.
Fuck you. Commit one mode, fucking righteous devil form. You cannot fucking... You cannot!
Flee.
Let's see. Would I have anything that? Actually, no. Adam's the only one who really spotted this. I'm just following Adam's.
Opponents with a power lower than the
thing.
Exalt's force who begin their turn in close range cannot move away from them reflexively.
It's not in close range, sorry.
Ah,
Unless...
Shit, and I guess I'll have to...
Unless Gavel wants to throw him or something to tether you together.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Throw Adam? What would that require?
That would require a physique check if you want to do a devil body incantation. Because that makes physique checks easier.
Yeah, sure. I'll pull my devil trigger and I'll just say, what's it? Yeah, I'll spend the thing to pull my devil trigger, as it were.
All right.
Bang, bang, bang.
And then Gavel, all Gavel says as she's transforming is direction.
All right.
10 o'clock!
Give me a force plus physique roll. I think it decreases the difficulty by 3, so difficulty 1.
I was gonna say difficulty 10.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7D 10. Please be kind.
That is
That's
enough.
2 successes. Okay.
You have managed to tether the bird in
That is
place
good.
by yeeting Adam into the air, and as the martial arts stance is starting to go, this bird is locked into the dance of combat with him, which is weird because all of a sudden the anima's gone.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure.
And I look to the kid.
The kid just looks confused.
I'm pretty sure since Gavel has pulled her devil trigger that soldiers who are within decent eyesight are going to notice this and may
Yeah, a
be
few of them are
concerned.
starting to cluster around and just wait for orders.
Actually, I'm gonna whistle and call Hopkins over.
Okay, Hopkins shows up and starts sniffing at the kid. It just looks confused.
What is it, boy?
This is the expression on Hopkins' face is of a dog who thought he was chasing a buffalo, or like he thought it was chasing a deer or a car or something, and realized at the last second it was a very different animal. This is a dog who caught something and oh wait, this is an illusion. This is a dog is confused by a mirror or a pane of glass face. Like the dog, like Hopkins is not sure what he is looking at.
Okay.
Adam is looking perplexed at this bird, and he's trying against all hope to remember anything similar that looked similar to that pale white glow
What's
that
it?
he saw.
Would Gavel see that Adam's looking at this
Yes.
bird in particular?
Yeah, I'm holding it in my
Okay,
hand. I'm
gonna-
holding it in my hand.
I'm gonna have not Gavel. I'm gonna have Hopkins sniff the bird.
Very similar. I assume you're grabbing the bird or something and like have it by like the tail or.
Yeah, I have it in my hand. I have it
Okay, your hand's getting shredded to
with
shit.
me, and
Your hand's getting shredded to shit.
I'm wearing gloves.
Okay.
It's fine.
Similar reaction from Hopkins. He is just bird, but extra. Bird, but not bird.
I don't like this.
Also, what kind of bird is it? Is it like a sparrow, or is it big?
Something
I was imagining it's
something that is
sorry, go on.
conspicuously not native to this section of the world.
No, I mean size.
Oh, size-wise, fairly small. Small enough for you to hold in a hand.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Okay, so like-
How's my hand getting shredded? I'm literally holding a starling.
That's the odd thing. It shouldn't hurt as much as it does, and yet.
I don't like this, Adam.
Oh, you're telling me. We messed up big time.
The kid just seems
Some tells me-
seems dazed for what it's worth. Like he seems out of it.
Gavel's gonna go over to the kid.
Fire up the name generator. One moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just remember,
All good.
and yeah, meanwhile, while you do that, Adam's just gonna do his best to recall, to like perceive what just happened.
Okay. Let's go with Moral.
Moral. Okay, that's a pretty good name.
So yeah, this is
hold
probably
on.
someone who was rescued from the similar kind of nightmare scenario that Gavel was raised in. Like what probably was a
Yes.
babby around the time they got caught, and was like just at the very end of being a teenager when she lit up. It's been a couple
Okay.
years since then, but right now he just seems like the swirls are in his eyes, like proverbially speaking, and he just seems like disoriented.
Gavel snaps her fingers a couple of times, somewhat close to his face.
Boss, hi, what is it?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. Just think I blacked out for a bit. I think I may have gotten heat stroke.
And what happens when I do this? She's going to put 2 fingers to his forehead.
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
It definitely doesn't feel like oddly warm or anything, so the heat stroke is not true. Whether or not that was a lie or a genuine mistake.
Do you see that bird over there?
Yeah?
Do you what's the last thing you remember? Before your heat stroke.
I'm gonna roll for him. I'm just gonna give him a standard, like, past normal person pool.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Oh! Wow, he actually did way better than I thought at that. Yep. He opens his
Agreed.
eyes. Someone was talking to me. I think it was a conversation I'd had with a few other people, like, continuing off the thread of that. It was about wanting to start a ranching business. Like what?
Ranching.
Yeah, when all this was
business.
done, to take some of our horses and start setting up the stud. A lot of people around the region need transportation nowadays. Like,
God damn it! And then Adam finally remembers. That's what that fly was. That's what that wasp was talking about. Don't you remember?
Oh,
when we got
yes,
attacked.
That's right.
Then we got attacked. When it got attacked, it got messed up bad. But before it,
Yes, the ranching business co-op.
yeah, it was some sort. Might have been some sort of
Damnation.
code word of some kind, or some sort of, I don't know, trigger point,
don't remember who it.
or whatever it is. Or
Moral.
whatever it is.
I
It's happening all over.
yeah, Moral.
It's happening all over. Wherever where we're supposed to go to. It was mentioned in the It was mentioned in the letter.
Moral just seems confused. Like, I was talking to someone, but can't really remember who, and they said they wanted to help me out with that.
Don't think about it too hard, dearie. Here. She gets down, presumably at his
All right,
level.
just bending down a bit.
Go back. Yeah, go further into the camp and talk to one of the medics. Okay?
Branching business. God damn it.
Go on now. It's
Is
for
it
your
at
own
this
good.
point that the real Lythander shows up?
Hello.
In
Wait,
camel
where's
form.
the bird?
Right there, right here in my hand.
How did you guys not notice? How did you not notice?
It's been
I spit.
a trying time, Lythander.
Not at anyone. I just spit on the ground. Yeah, I just spit at the ground in disgust. and
Just
then
in
turned
general.
Back to my normal humanoid form. I'm like, you don't understand how much pain it was trying to get here, to warn you.
How did we not notice?
I-
Why did you stay behind?
Why
How
did
about
you
that?
pick up the right bird who was fated?
Why did you feel the need to fucking stay in the tree, damn it? You could have come back with us. You could have turned back into a human any time. You could have lifted your sorry butt from that damn nest
I wasn't in
anytime
a
you
nest.
wanted. But no, you
just grabbed the wrong
you had to
thing.
make a funny joke.
You honestly just grabbed the wrong
And now,
Atom.
Wait, do I get Adam's shape from this?
Atom.
No.
No.
and now,
Not the time, Atom.
now
We have more pressing matters
yes,
at
like
the
this
moment.
letter.
we've been
I pull out
compromised.
from my back pocket.
We've been compromised.
I think it's a little more complicated than compromise.
Yes, we should probably go to
afraid.
Champoor, first of all. I gotta say that we do need to try to get a ride on here.
Either way, we have a magic parasite. if-
I am going to activate Spirit
What
Cunning
it
quietly
seems like
plans
what's
again to see if
happening
I
is
can see
happening.
anything over the kid. Or if anywhere, not even just the kid.
Make a fortitude plus sagacity roll.
Thank you. And I'm going to spend another moat, baby. Seven.
Oh my goodness, that's seven
While you don't see
successes.
anything over the kid right now, you see the faintest glimmers of a fading anima over the bird. Hey, that anima matched the color of the Hearteater's bones, almost exactly.
So,
Oh my goodness.
remember the Hearteater? That's its anima on that bird.
Yes.
You know what this is?
No!
Gavel's
Don't!
gonna take the bird.
Don't-
back
no!
inside.
I'm doing. I'm squid. Don't worry. I have it in my hand. I'm squeezing it as hard as I
you'll
fucking
release
can.
it.
All right. I untop.
Because it's
loosen
faint,
my grip.
and that means that you'll release the rest of it out. We can use the bird as a tracking mechanism if you think about it.
That's a.
Correcting that a bit, this is Hearteater's pawn, not the
Oh,
Hearteater
okay.
itself.
Right.
He is
Thank you,
projecting
sorry.
through it like Harbinger assuming direct control.
Okay, let me... Alright,
Yeah,
let
that's,
me
that's what
rephrase
came
it
to
to
mind.
that, then
Yeah.
I did not know. We can use it as a
Oh, good.
way to track them. Right?
Gavel's gonna call Hopkins to get the scent. To make sure Hopkins really gets the scent, especially that extra
Okay,
stuff.
he now has added to his scent library of Hearteater stink.
Now then,
Okay.
Adam's just.
I might have also... you remember that... So why did you guys think that I wouldn't pick up the giant robot either?
That was well remembered. Thank you, Lythander.
Don't worry. It's not like I tried to rush here after being critically injured. And then being yelled upon that, why did I try to bamboozle you by being a bird who was in a field?
Right.
In a field where there should be...
Right.
Wait, now there should be no other birds in that field, so I mean, somewhat makes sense, but...
I know.
Seems that something has been
Well,
keeping
there's
a
also
far
that
closer
Kraken
eye than we
gentleman, who
imagined.
I forget their name because I didn't write it down, I'm sorry.
100
Thank you.
Venom
There's
Stinger.
100 Venom Stinger, who has been watching us from a distance from probably the very beginning. No. Remember when
Gavel
I went
raises an
offshore
eyebrow
to
at that.
find something? I found an Exalt.
Yes.
That was a giant Kraken.
What kind of exalt? Not the.
No, they
Kraken.
were the
We'll get to that in a
Exalt.
bit. What kind of exalt? No, I mean the type.
They
the
were
cast.
lunar, if I remember correctly,
Darling.
right? They were
Yes.
lunar, just like me, except they were the, they were not the changing moons, they were,
Yeah, they were They didn't have a fixed caste. It shifted shape over the conversation.
They had no caste, technically, but every caste at the same time. You could almost say that they were a caste form.
Or
Yes,
casteless.
casteless. Which is going to be a catalyst, probably. I thought I
I
told you
don't
about
like
this,
this.
like,
I don't like this one bit.
a month ago.
You're telling me.
You tell us a lot of things, Lythander. It's unfortunately hard to tell when
Oh no, it's very easy
you're
to
being
tell
serious
if I'm being
and when
serious. It's
you're
called
trying
I
to pull
become
a
deadpan.
ruse.
Whatever.
I'll try to keep that in mind.
Whatever the case may be, seems like whatever's happening in Champoor
that's the other thing.
Went
Well,
up
that's
and
the other
followed
thing.
us here.
Champoor is also being flooded by the dead. By a curse, and a lot of Exalts are dying. So, take these. I hand out cloth
Right.
masks made out of my
and
wool.
around the same time,
Okay.
I received a message from New Way talking about branching deals at Champoor breaking out over the
Oh,
over the
ranches?
Sorcerer
I
Kings.
didn't know that you sold horses.
No, you don't
Not
understand.
quite.
It seems that whatever it is that was attempted at our campsite has been happening
Wait, what happened
all
at our
over.
campsite?
And this idea,
Because didn't this happen?
this
didn't
pawn
this
of
happen
the
when I was in
Hearteater
thing, or
attempted
did this happen
to.
beforehand? I forget, with the emerald.
This happened before you appeared,
Oh.
before you showed up. Just before. This bird, Hearteater's pawn, attempted to influence the members of Gavel's army somehow. And it used some kind of code word. Something about branching negotiations and, merchandise economy, something like that.
A co-oping deal, a merger, I believe was the
Yes.
exact word the demon
That
used.
That was the
Not
word the demon
bad.
used, yes.
Granted, I think that that's probably a ruse, a rustle, a gym, if one may say.
The last person who went through with this, who got offered this kind of, offer, wound up mangled beyond recognition. You'll remember our demon friend.
Oh, I was wondering where they were. They
And I'm
never stopped
suspicious.
talking.
I sent them on their way after
Oh,
the incident,
That's not
after
good.
the battle.
Definitely. This is definitely
You were
worrisome.
incapacitated at the time.
I'm afraid that whatever it was that they were trying to do, they've already done it. I just
So,
feel so frustrated.
time for me to pipe in. Lythander, any questions you want to ask me about Hearteaters with your perfect memory?
tell me everything about them, because I probably forgot.
Okay, Hearteaters, former Auroral Exalts, who were horribly corrupted when their patron Aurora was killed and used in a horrifying one-time, one-off, crazy magic scale ritual to corrupt them. Now they, instead of being the
Oh,
muses
boy.
to Exalts, they mind jack people,
Okay.
to the point that if you let them get out of hand enough, they can take control of an entire kingdom.
So that's
Or
most
more.
likely what's happening with the ranching deal of they're ranching humans then. Okay, so we're going to
Specifically what happened, specifically how they take control of people is magical mind control connected to concepts. Either the Hearteater, either emotional connections to the Hearteater themselves or something associated with them, like a religion or an army or a business.
And then I give Gavel the look.
I share from a side glance. I share Adam's look.
And one other pertinent detail is now a pawn of someone who has.
We do not want to
I
get
didn't even recognize
copyrighted.
that music.
Thank you for breaking.
Okay.
It was Ram
Thank
Ranch.
you for breaking the tension.
Thank you. Yeah, it was getting tense, so I'll have to stop the music there. Okay, so other pertinent detail is in regards to the person the Hearteater seizes control of. Now, they're not always under the Hearteater's control, but they have been supernaturally instilled with loyalty towards them. So even when they're not being piloted like a puppet, they're still generally predisposed towards helping them out. And in gameplay terms, they have a major intimacy immediately created on the spot towards the Hearteater.
Where is the kid?
Oh.
One more detail. It is possible to break a Hearteater's connection via exorcism magic without killing the victim, but the tie of loyalty still remains, and you need to deprogram them.
Okay,
manually
where
for
are
that.
they? I can deprogram them manually kind of right now.
Okay.
Okay,
I
because
sent
I
him
need
over
to
to the
steal
medics.
his
He should be
memories.
there by now.
Don't let them talk to anybody.
We need,
Nope. And if we're gonna have to have. Oh, here we go again. I'm gonna have to do a quarantine all
I'm
over
going-
again.
Go ahead
In the
and
meantime,
hey, Gavel, go ahead and give me a war roll.
War is
And
the
go ahead and
answer.
use any kind of excellency or any other boosters you want for this, because this could be a big roll depending on how things go. And anyone else, if you want to,
All right,
pump stuff to stop things from getting worse, go ahead.
all right.
Hold on. I think I have a couple of motes for this. Actually, yes, I do. Actually, this may be used to boost passive values. Firstly, I'm gonna spend a
Go
mote for
ahead.
excellency
Yep.
for war. Let's see. Anything else?
Yeah,
This
no,
is
I'm gonna
mind
go
affecting
ahead.
magic, so
Oh. Yeah, no, I have something for this actually. Fearless Vanguard technique.
Oh, brother. I still
that
have.
adds 2 I will
spending
let that
mote for-
apply for this roll to yourself.
All right, I'm spending another mode for that.
I guess I'll commit another mode for. I'll deactivate the devil stance, and then I'll commit a mode for Sun King Radiance.
Okay.
Just so I can at least be of assistance passively while everyone's like trying to resist mind control.
So about mind control.
Now, there is a
though.
Could
Shattered
what's it? Would I be able to use League of Iron preparation in this
No.
particular
Fury.
task?
Would I be able to
longer-term
cast
projects.
Shadow Yoke?
Darn it.
Fury?
That's fair.
If you guys can't beat this roll, then
Okay.
yes. Shattered Yoke Fury is a
Alright,
last
so-
resort against mind
Okay,
control.
I mean, Theft of Memory is also kind of useful.
it would
too.
mean it. Shattered Yoke Fury in this case would mean that they would just kill the kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to get to the
Huh.
kid to drain them of their memory to hopefully get rid of that curse.
I'll need to get to him in time before
boost
what's gonna
I'm
go
going
off
to
goes off.
sprint.
Okay, so hold on. Before that, how much does
It doubles.
excellency
it
boost
doubles the
a
ability
ability? Doubles. Okay, I thought that was the case. Wanted to make sure. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
6
10,
successes.
11, 12, 13.
Oh, that's Rex's. Oh no.
Don't worry. I've also used. Although this isn't me going to be rolling for Fearless Vanguard. That's just
I would
a
actually
bonus
like
to
to use Greatness
some of my
Inspiring Aura.
troops.
But Lythander beats it though. I think.
Oh yeah, Greatness
Is-
Inspiring
is
Aura.
All
That
right,
adds auto
that's fine.
successes.
Ah,
Greatness Inspiring Aura adds auto successes. 2 auto successes, which bumps
Nice.
it from 5 to 7, which is just barely enough.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Reverse aging.
So how this works is, you remember the I Need a Hero scene from Shrek 2?
The greatest scene of all time.
Of course.
One of them, yeah. It is the moment when you're running through the entire camp trying to find the medical tent, because for whatever reason he seems to have led people elsewhere. The tent is empty when you get there. You are running through the entire tents to find him and get to him before he does whatever he's gonna do, and you manage to get just barely to him before he opens his mouth for some kind of big speech.
Yeah, I'm immediately putting him in a
you see the pale
stranglehold.
white aura start to spring up around him again as he opens his mouth. Brothers and
Stranglehold, gonna
Okay,
knock him out.
and,
I'm now
he's out.
going to perform surgery on this grape.
All right,
Time to go through mind
you-
and rip
you-
out this curse.
What almost happened, by the way, is he almost pawned a good chunk of your entire army.
Yeah, no, I figured that was gonna be the case.
It's a very good thing that in this case, basically the Lythander put up some shadow hand spotlights to set up Gavel slamming onto the scene, and she burst open the tent door like Shrek screaming, "No!" Except in this case, yeah, she's like a 10-foot tall giant sprinting across the stage and tackling this guy off the podium.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people did seem to be just kind of hypnotically swayed, and they're just kind of blinking. It's what? We were treating someone to the tent, and then everything went what?
I'll explain later. Not now.
The kid seems to have gone completely unconscious. By the way, you were able to knock him out.
Thank goodness. Okay, I'm gonna let Lythander do his thing.
This requires a dedicated exorcism magic, which I will draft a charm for in the meantime.
Oh. I can't use the memory thing.
Oh, you could use the memory
Right,
thing.
so I'm
still.
going to go through the memory thing to steal memory, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and do a build.
I
Well,
was going to say,
yeah, build
I have infinite time here, so... Right?
You know what? That's fair. That's really only for time-sensitive
Yeah, I was
scenarios.
going to say,
that
if
you
this is
really have to
time
worry for
sensitive,
building
let me
well.
know, because if it is, I will row.
Which, thankfully...
Not anymore, it's not.
I was about to say, thankfully not the case
you
anymore.
successfully managed to clip the red wire right in time before the
Alrighty,
bomb
so
went off.
then let's go through, Theft of memory, I'm spending 3
literally in
will,
40
and I make a
milliseconds.
finesse plus sagacity or stealth roll to steal a character's memories of an event. Blah, blah, blah. I can...
This is using his stats right now, not the Hearteater's,
Yeah,
so this is
so,
going to be pretty easy.
I don't like that it's using finesse. I need to probably gain more finesse. But that's going to be 8d10. Seven successes.
Okay.
I will. How old is this
so,
kid?
there really is only...
I can steal
like
20 years of
17.
memory.
Only if he's a
Oh
ghost.
my goodness.
And he's not.
I missed
Oh, thank goodness. I was about to say, preferably do not steal all of his memories. I still need a functional soldier.
Cannot recover the memories until the crystal is
So-
destroyed. Essence 5 or higher. Okay. The standard difficulty is 5, but
Are you stealing?
stealing special important memories increases the difficulty by 1 or 2 if the target has Essence 5 or higher. Okay. Yeah, no, they actually can't recover these memories, so until this crystal I'm using is destroyed.
For what it's worth, the Hearteater has magic that makes it more difficult to mentally influence his pawns, but that only increased it to 7, which
Yay.
means you just barely met it. So what exactly are you looking for here?
I am looking for any conversation with the Hearteater and any loyalty that may have been instilled in removing it.
Okay. Now, the Hearteater is... He only really spoke with him once. It was...
And to see
or
if
twice, rather.
if
There was
he
a
spoke
brief
to anyone else about this bird.
He was
Well,
just about to speak to
like,
people on this bird.
Before this as well, before he became a pon.
Yes, before he became a pawn. Alright. In this case, there were 2 instances when he spoke with the bird. The first was in the underworld itself. Right before the battle, he was, they were having a conversation about soldiers, like, you know, setting up for a battle, like, what's the thing you want to do when you get back home? If you get out of this, who do you want to go do this? And he was sharing his hopes and dreams about opening up a camel business. or horse business rather. And there was a very brief exchange with a bird. He was a little drunk, so he didn't remember. He didn't find it all that strange.
Yeah, it could just been Lythander. Who knew?
Yeah. So essentially, what they spoke, it was a bit hazy because again, drunk. But they spoke about the economy in the region.
Oh no.
And interacting and kind of how different businesses intersect with each other, particularly in the business of livestock. And that was the first conversation. And the second was a bit longer. It was with the bird when he was sobered up. And this was essentially, the Hearteater, through the bird, was selling him snake oil in terms of, come work for me, kid, and I can set you up for life.
So,
The Hearteater essentially was trying to hire him.
So I
mind
am
control.
going to now look at Gavel and say, you need to pay your people more.
She raises an eyebrow.
So the
at
reason
that.
why I say that is because they are willing to start businesses with people after a war. I thought they were your war band that were always at war for you.
Well, specifically, that kind of conversation was, what would they do after the war was done?
Yeah, true. Oh,
Like, the war isn't long term. Like, after Gavel's Holy
war.
Crusade was wrapped up and they had settled down. Because you can't be a wandering nomad being a wandering nomad forever works for some people, but not everyone wants to coop with that.
So you probably should ban any notice of economy. So you should become a socialist or a communist group.
I'm not doing either of those
Well,
things
you're going to
for
then induce
vastly different
something like this
reasons.
happening even more often, because the Hearteater is going to continue to try to do this to us. And we're not going to
Gavel
have time to
ponders
stop him
this.
every single time, meaning a lot of your warband is going to disappear. Do you understand me on that, Gavel?
I hear you. Just let me think. Let me think.
Hey, you mentioned League of Iron preparation. If you want to do that too, instill like anti-mind control stuff into your troops or something.
Yeah, that sounds good. Can I
Let
do
me
that
double
now?
check exactly how League of Iron preparation works if you want to read that out.
I will read that for
Although it
the
doesn't-
peoples. Commit
go
2
ahead,
motes
yeah.
Commit 2 motes for a scene. With a dramatic scene of drilling and instruction, a group of non-combatants or conscripts can be trained to fight completely. They become a battle group of conscripts with size equal to the amount of people trained in regular drill. As an unrolled recruitment venture, the Exalt may spend a week of downtime or one session involving a dramatic scene drilling a unit trained with this charm, allowing her to select one of the following benefits. Each benefit provided by this charm can only be applied to a given unit once. Conscripts become soldiers, gain 1 additional outnumber quality, designate loyalty to the Exalt or a target of her choosing as their
I
minor
can give you a
virtue.
yes, a no, but with this. That charm is specifically
that's fine.
designed to help you train non-combatants. This is the "I'll make a man of you" scene, weaponized into a charm of taking a bunch of ramshackle like farmers and turning them into super soldiers.
This is effectively what happened to Poland after the Blitzkrieg.
You could, I guess, use that comparison. However, I could let you use this and spending the most as justification to do a lead organization venture.
Yeah, fine. I'll take that.
And what this would do is essentially helping to drill people and essentially filling in cock holes and wallpapering over holes where the Hearteater could try and get in and seize more control of people.
Mm-hmm. Urethras, yes. No. What's it?
So,
along with this, Gavel's probably going to talk to some of her battle masters and leaders of different factions and Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
In the meantime, Adam's gonna start making preparations for our trip to Champoor.
I'm assuming that.
Whatever just happened here, whatever just almost happened here, is currently happening in Champoor, is what I'm assuming, and I feel might be close to happening at my businesses as well, and I'm going to be going ahead and like writing more letters to those installments, or like people who are close enough to them without being like right there, on the instructions of what they should do regarding them. Like, if they've been compromised, like, with the knowledge that they probably were compromised, give them try to check on them, and then like give them the instructions for like who to talk to perform those exorcism rituals, so we don't get more of that spreading around our perimeters.
Yeah, basically in the gathering, Gavel's just gonna she's going to just be blunt and honest about the events that just occurred not too long ago, saying that, hey, there's something going on that's going to try and influence and quote unquote infect some of the other soldiers with some sort of social
Kicks
mind
open the
control.
door, just says, Among Us!
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
And she will basically relay that, hey, these are the signs to kind of look out for. If this thing is to happen, this is the protocol you do, and try to find some of the more magically inclined soldiers to try and exercise whatever magic spell is infecting.
What's funny about this is there's only one person in the army aside from you who could do magic. That's Dark-Eyed Stargazer. So you're going to be having him run around ragged, just try and frantically use thaumaturgic exorcism rituals here and there. I need to learn a spell for this! Oh, God's help! Saturn, help!
No, I'm not sending him over to my branches to do that. I have.
Yeah, but you have one guy local
in
the Daedi force. Yeah,
in the army.
All right, so lead organization is a 3-step venture taking place over one dramatic scene. The first step in this venture is that there's going to be internal conflict.
Here we
Difficulty
go.
5, war roll.
Oh boy, war roll. Okay. Can I spend a mode again to get another excellency? All right, I'm doing that. Spending that mode. All right, then. Any specific attributes or just any of them? Finesse, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
If you want to try retroactive stunt of any kind.
All right. So what is my main course of action with this particular role? Just so I can
trying to curb unrest in terms of, like, it's very unclear what exactly is going on aside from you randomly giving a bunch of people different orders. Unrest / internal conflict / confusing why you tackled a nice young boy off a stage.
All right, how am I gonna retroactively do this? Let me think. I'm thinking of Gavel's going to corral a large portion of her army, and will be giving a speech. In my head, I'm trying to think, okay, how do I phrase this in particular? Okay, I think I got something. She's going to say something along the lines of, "My fellow brothers and sisters in arms, I know there's been some strange occurrences and happenings going on since our last major effort. I am not deaf to your worries and concerns. I hear them quite clearly, and that is why I have you all here today. It is of utmost importance that I tell you this, here and now. There is an evil force trying to infiltrate our ranks, and is using malicious, magical means to do so. They are not here... What you may hear from these things, from these attacks, these whispers in the dark, if you would, they are but things of lies. They are trying to sway you to become their own pawns in an even bigger game beyond us. Something that will eventually ruin us, all of us, and our mission. I realize that something like this may be daunting to all of you, and I understand this. But fear not, I've been talking to the battle masters. I've been talking to your leaders. And we are prepping things so that we may not lose ourselves from this ambush of the mind.
Go ahead and
that
add
is all
a
she's gonna say.
retroactive stun. 2.
Alright, that's how many dice?
You gotta roll one more success.
Thank you.
Even with greatness, inspire
Please!
aura.
Preferably not a D7, a D10.
How does Greatest Inspiring Aura work again, just to confirm?
So you can use my
Yeah, just in
performance,
case
I
before I
believe,
hit the
which is
button.
at
I'm still gonna hit the
5
button,
you want?
but...
Inspire rolls to build power and can use her performance or presence when making their own Inspire actions.
Okay.
This is a war action in this case, so unfortunately... The other one was presence, I think,
All right,
but this
and-
one...
Darn it!
That is unfortunate.
Indeed. I was so close with that other dice.
Lythander, if you do want to help, you could try an assist roll. How do you think you would be helping out in terms of trying to address the allegations? Gavel is putting out her
I will
apology
bring out
video.
the cue cards and tell her.
Yeah,
tell her to
I'm
cry
getting,
when she
I'm
needs
getting
to
a,
cry.
I have the twit longer out.
To get that single tear dropping down her eye.
Oh my goodness sakes, alive.
Yeah. Actually,
I was about to say, don't forget to apply
I would
eye
like to
drops
try to make
in
a,
between cuts.
performance roll to try to get people to trying to get them to understand the severity of what just happened and that we were trying to stop an evil.
Okay, you could do that as the assist. You could do that
Okay,
fortitude
my
plus
fortitude
performance
is-
as your assist roll.
Oh, my fortitude is 5. Oh.
Ooh,
Gavel, roll 2
successes.
more dice.
A 10?
Okay, oh boy, please, please.
You just need 1 more success.
Please. Yes! Double
Thanks to
eights,
the cue
baby!
cards.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Best in the business.
It takes. So what happens is that Gavel's trying to be a bit too poetic with this in terms of trying to be a bit too much like a statesperson and the head of governance and using too much flowery language. Then everyone looks across the room towards Lythander's cue cards. He has essentially taken tent flaps and painted onto them mind-controlling monster. Beware of the economy.
Yeah.
Down with capitalism. And
Oh
that
my
is what
goodness.
explains it to everyone. It's like, oh, someone's trying to buy our
I mean, it makes
minds.
sense.
Okay.
It goes in with the lunars
Don't
at least.
deal with the devil. Yeah, it does.
Well, rather don't make deals with the devil you don't already know.
Yeah, and also beware.
They're not
also
remember,
beware of
birds aren't
birds.
real.
Oh yeah.
That's step one of the. That's step one of the venture in Exalted. There. That's one step of the venture succeeded by the skin of your teeth.
Thank Thank goodness.
The next step is going to be difficulty 4 in terms of spreading all this information to the sheer size of the army. This is an instance where having 1,000 guys is kind of biting you a bit.
Yeah, that's
This is
fair.
going to be a performance or presence roll.
I will choose presence.
And this time, greatness inspiring aura is useful.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can spend a mote.
Actually,
and,
what?
You could use Gavel. You could use Lythander's performance instead of yours, I think.
Let's see. I have 1, 2. I have. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 presence.
Yeah, that works
so I
fine.
mean, either it's 5 performance to 5 presence.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter either way in that scenario, which is fine. Any specific attributes or just
Finesse. You're running around trying to yell at
Finesse? I
trying
can do
to
that.
put up these PSAs to a bunch of people around.
7, 8, 9, 10. Fair. And you said this was a
Present 4.
difficulty of
4.
5? 4. Okay, good. Thank goodness. Please, I need a little less than half.
Let's go. Come
A
on.
little
pull up
less
the
than
cue
half.
cards
Come
again.
on. That is not even remotely close. Here we go.
I pull out cue
Let me
cards
see.
again.
Well, you did the
One of the. Oh my goodness sakes!
Gavel roll
8
8 more dice.
successes. 8 more. Okay, sure.
Please, God, have mercy on these poor soldiers.
I know, right? All right. Oh, please.
If it was him,
That's not
3
much
successes,
better.
You need 1 more. Adam, do you
Oh
want to
my
help
goodness,
out?
troops. Adam, please.
yes.
Please.
I'm gonna hook up. I'm gonna grab the thing. I'm gonna grab SSD real quick. I'm gonna pull him into.
Please, for the love of the Yozi,
I'm gonna
help.
pull him into the conference room, and I am going to ask him if he can turn himself into a what is it called? What is it called in English?
Loudspeaker?
Like a warning warning system, so we can
a distress beacon.
yeah, so he can turn it. He can use we can transfer the message and just have him act as speakers, so we can blare it all across the camp.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
An intercom or a
He takes his
megaphone.
clothes
Yeah.
off. He
Nice.
keeps his
Okay.
underwear on. And you see the
Okay.
hundreds
Oh,
of
okay.
animal faces that are scattered across his entire body. I could just run around town and have them say it.
You could do that. Yeah, that works. And what do I do?
You know
with
what?
this?
I can have him roll a therapy check instead as the boost roll.
Please.
Okay. Thank you.
Gavel
Come on,
roll,
SSD.
3 successes.
You can only roll 2 more dice though, Gavel, because there's a 20 die cap. All you need is
That
1 more
is
success.
fine. I just need 1. Come on. Oh my goodness.
Come on!
Darn it,
So it turns out that an almost naked man covered in hundreds of faces screaming all sorts of shit around town does not conducive to help order. Who knew?
Oh, so
now this
close.
doesn't mean you
literally
this doesn't
1
mean you
point
fail the
off.
entire venture.
Oh yeah, no, it's not as effective.
It
would
just means there
imagine.
is a consequence with this. So
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah.
So the final step is going to be making absolutely sure that you've secured and screened everyone. This
Mhm.
is going to, now that you've established these signs in the group and everyone knows what to look for, thanks to SSD screaming his way naked across town. Well, almost naked, but
Yes.
now is going to be the difficult... This is going to be a high difficulty roll as a note, so you're going to want to pull out all the stops for this.
What? Just tell me what ability it is.
Embassy, presence, or war.
I'm
Alright.
boy. Hold on.
Do you have?
What's my? Oh, I need
Yeah.
war for
yeah,
this.
which one is the highest?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend another mode for excellency for the war.
You might want to... Let's see if your
okay,
Exalted Advantage takes key here, too. Because those adds auto successes.
Yeah, since I've been... Yes, so... Passive, extras and non-heroic mortals cannot ignore the Ascendant's
no.
actions
Laws of
given
Hell is
into
what I was
their-
thinking of.
Oh, rebuking any authority not of the Yozis. The Infernal encourages listeners to exact justice with their own hands. Add her essence in successes on social influence rolls.
All right, so
provoking characters to acts of rebellion or anarchy,
right,
which I mean,
so
they're rebelling against the
Yes.
economy. So
before that happens, I'm going to spend a mote on bureau breaking method to see if I can lower the difficulty of this by helping sabotage the economy's that
is your
venture.
essence in penalties or something, right?
In penalties.
I'm thinking of bureau breaking method
No.
wrong. I'm thinking of the wrong.
Yeah,
term.
no, I'm trying to. Yeah, it essentially it sabotages my enemies, but I'm trying to use it in a reverse sense to I'm trying to sabotage their venture in sabotaging us by using bureau breaking method on their bureau breaking maneuver thing that they're doing.
I'm going to rule that this is an opposed die rule against the economy, the Hearteater.
Okay.
And his die pool of 15 is already lowered to 12 because he's addressing multiple people at once with this last grab for power. And it's lowered by 2 again because of your bureau breaking method. It's gonna impose. How it works is it imposes your essence of 2's worth of penalties to his dice pool. So it's a roll off.
Mhm.
Gavel,
nice.
roll your dice against this.
Oh, come on!
Okay,
Jesus,
that's 7
come
successes.
on, that's 8 successes!
Now,
That's
Gavel, you do
8
have 2 auto
successes.
successes from your Exalt.
Yes, I do. I just need at
And
least. Oh my goodness
You need
sakes.
6
Now,
or
others can
7
help beforehand
successes.
with assist rolls. How do you guys want to help screen the rest of the army?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I'm doing my
The difficulty. All right.
Wait, what was that?
Sorry.
Lythander, you got anything,
the
bud?
roll, rather. All right, 5
So wait,
successes.
what do we have to do here? My brain shut off.
Adding 5 dice, that is 18. Is there any way
give
you
me
can
one
assist with the screening
second.
anyway at all?
Because
Just to
I
make sure there aren't any
think,
more quote-unquote infected.
like, with how many things that I've done, that plus what my anima would be
Actually,
at
Shattered Yoke
active
Fury.
with how many things I've used. And I add my
Yes, I would-
emphasis into
yes.
automatic successes to social rolls made to persuade, bargain, or deceive. That doesn't... Yeah. Yeah.
Persuading people not to
Yeah,
sell
so
their
I'm
souls
going
to the
to try to
to
do that.
capitalism.
And if all else fails, Shadow Yoke
Mhm.
Fury.
Amongst other things.
Yeah, Shattered Yoke Fury will mean that no additional mind control will happen. This is in terms of making sure you
So I'm
caught
going
everyone.
to do that. Do you want me to roll?
Yes. I should note.
Please. So
Normally, the Hearteater wouldn't have been able to make any pawns at all, but because you were in the underworld and
You're
away from the
punishing
group,
me?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
no,
I'm
he
going
was always
use
going to try this.
No.
I'm going to spend a thing
Yeah, it's
to...
just a
wait,
matter
no,
of
I don't
how
have
many you
excellence
got
in
to.
performance. I send sagacity, so... So that's 5 successes.
That's fine. The maximum amount of more dice I can get is 2. So don't. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I can only go up to 20, so I can
Roll
take 2 of
20
those
dice with 2 automatic successes.
Oh, please.
Oh,
Yeah!
thank
let's
God!
go!
Yeah,
14
plus 2, yeah.
12
successes, baby! Well, yeah, 12 and then the
Yes.
automatic 2. So 14 successes, baby!
Thank
Let's
God.
go.
how do you find the lot?
There is no more.
More than
bonus.
double of
With
what
those
he
amounts,
rolled.
Gavel, tell me how you find the one you missed.
I imagine I'm going through. It's close to the end of getting through the rest of the army. I'm getting through one at a time. But within the corner of my eye, I see one with for a half second, their forehead has a white mark on it that looks very oddly similar to the
Yeah, you
cast
don't
from
even
earlier.
catch it.
He's got
directly.
pamphlets,
You
get
see
'em.
it through the tent window flap, just for a split second.
Yes, and then right as I catch it, I see Hopkins sort of in a almost defensive state. And that's when I grab the person next by the hand through the tent flaps and drag them in.
They're glowing white right now. Huh.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
think
I
you'd
bet.
be able to find the last one.
Oh, so you're taking direct control on this one, huh? No more of your passive bullshit.
It's a minor loss.
I suppose so.
So what will you do then? Will you kill one of your own dear companions? Looking closer, this is there's 4 War Masters, 3 of which I've named before. This is the last one.
Oh. Wait, so the person I found is
Yeah,
a
it's the
war
leader
master.
of. There's like 4 tribes in this or so, and this is the leader of the last one.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Here I was about to complete the merger, and you swoop in at the last minute.
Yeah, well, you know, if you had done a little bit more homework about me, you would know that I'm not exactly a fan of trading.
So what are you gonna do then? Are you gonna kill him?
In your dreams.
Well then, how are you gonna stop me from purchasing more?
Let's say I always have a additional way of making people see the way things that I see
It's at this
them.
point SSD rolls up. He's just currently like snacking at a piece of beef jerky. You can just throw him in the ring. The what?
I knock out the War Master.
Okay, and he's out.
SST, you know what to do.
Are we sure it's the right Lythander this time?
Yes.
I look around, seeing if I can actually find Lythander.
Okay.
Okay, yes, this is the right one. This is our little snake in the grass,
Time
as
to
it were.
perform the surgery.
Or should I say our
This
little
will only
bird in the
hurt a
tree?
lot. Six. Yep.
Okay,
And
for
removal.
the memory searching roll.
I have a lot of gemstones.
This guy was a pawn from before Gavel recruited
So,
him.
Gavel, you might need a vet better.
Oh no.
Yowza.
So, this boy has been trying to kill you
Why?
for a while, it seems. He was a pawn before he
Fuck.
even joined.
This is what he meant. Okay, fine.
Right.
Give Lythander this memory wiping of yours. Can it be done multiple times?
If I have enough crystals.
How many crystals do you have?
Enough.
Enough? Okay. I think this one's gonna be a
I
long
can make
haul.
them out of necromantic things, I believe.
I think we're gonna have to do a complete wipe of him.
So,
Side
is what you're saying.
side
If
note.
what you're saying,
Yeah, from what Lythander would know, you just need the special exorcism charm, which I'll make in between sessions. That breaks the connection,
yeah.
but you'll need to manually deprogram them.
mm-hmm. We're going to have to do a complete. If what you're saying is correct, we're going to have to do a complete wipe. I was hoping we wouldn't have to go about this the long way, but it seems that there are other things in store for us after all.
Of course there is. There's never a dull moment when you have Lythander of the Seething Moons around.
And that's why I always have to keep my mind sharp on these things.
And that's why my wit is blunt.
About as blunt as a wooden plank.
Yep.
But...
So, would you like to see the thing that I brought with me? I brought you a gift.
Oh, did you? How
It's at this point when all of a sudden Lythander...
Yes, I'm not like a cat.
It's at this point all of a
I'll give
sudden
you that.
Lythander goes iconic.
Oh, goodness.
All of a sudden your anima roars to full fury as people are picking Shattered Yoke Fury many times. And then there is a very bone dry, wet thud of someone getting hit.
Oh, goodness.
Oh!
Is that
several
nearby?
tents away.
Oh, no.
I'm going to go and investigate it.
I'm gonna A, make sure that the War Master is knocked out.
Oh yeah, the War Master's in the
knocked
ring now.
out. Okay, good.
He's in the ring.
Now I'm gonna follow Lythander.
Wait, why did you put him in the ring?
That's because to wipe his memory.
You don't need to go to the ring to wipe the memory.
But it helps.
No, he can grab a giant war mech if he's in the ring.
Oh, in the ring. Okay.
Unless you meant like a different ring.
For whatever reason in my head I thought it was like a circle ring.
Yeah,
not
like
the
a
ring,
like
but
a
that's
okay.
my own misinterpretation.
yeah. I thought
there.
I also
Okay.
thought it
No,
was
I
actually
I
something
didn't
else.
know either, so that's why I was. All right, if it's something else,
Yeah.
then that's good. Then never mind.
That is up to the GM
Yeah, we'll see.
on what they meant. Okay,
Anyway.
that's fine. And as long as they're knocked out,
you could put them
then
inside
I'm
the
gonna-
pocket ring, or you could put them in whatever other kind of ring you mean.
I was thinking just like a magic ring to kind of
Oh
help
yeah, like
Lythander
assault
get
circle,
in the
like assault
get in
circle,
the
or something,
rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, pretty much.
That's more or
that's
less what
the
I
equivalent.
was thinking.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
so-
I'm good with that then. Never
Yeah,
mind.
and I'm gonna make sure.
So
he's
by the
gagged
time
and
you get to
bound.
the scene of the commotion, Moral, the
Kinky.
kid from earlier, he appears to have his hands are bloody. He has ripped through the bindings that were put on him, chewed through.
Okay, then.
chewed through the mouth, chewed through and was trying to work the mojo on the people guarding him. Even with no memory, because you only wiped his memories, not the Hearteaters.
Oh boy. Okay.
Exalt, damn! I grab the crystal and
Okay.
I shatter it.
Yeah, that worked on the kid. That worked on the kid, but the connection
Because
was still
it does
there.
nothing then.
However, yeah,
I'm gonna
you
just
succeeded on the
shatter
bench
the
here, which is
crystal.
represented by Shattered Yoke Fury going off and Lythander in all of his iconic splendor, just multiple people pinging the thing in unison to make absolutely
Go.
sure you have both the infiltrators cornered.
You just so the kid just sees or the heart just sees
Oh yeah,
Lythander
just
as a
all of a
goat.
sudden Lythander goes full iconic, and then just see goat, glowing goat with much bigger goat in the background.
Oh goodness.
Lythander didn't shapeshift.
The goat,
This is just what the
and
enemies see
when you
of him.
whoever gets there first just sees all the guards. Just one of them smack them in the head. They just look really confused and angry. Why do I want to smash capitalism now? I don't get it.
We'll deal with that later. Just try.
Little did Gavel know, I am the
The
true
word
enemy of her
bourgeoisie
group.
doesn't exist in this setting, but you may have accidentally started Marxism.
You may have accidentally introduced
Yes.
communism. You may have accidentally begun making the communism machine again.
6.
All right.
By the skin of your teeth, you have managed to root out the Hearteater thing at its roots. The army is safe.
Yep.
Yes.
For now. Or at least in this way, I should say. Oh,
I'm going to do my
goodness.
best. I'm going to do my best to attempt to spread this this help over to my establishments to make sure that
Sheer
this isn't
heart
happening
attack.
anywhere else. Because we just got messages of people engaging in embezzlement, and we also just had this happen over like almost under our noses. One thing could be leading to the other, and very scary. Don't like.
Fun thing.
Hey. Oh, sorry. Continue
No,
first.
it's fine.
My
You
thing
first.
can wait.
I was just making a shitty joke.
Okay, I was just. Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, hey, can I use unwoven coadjutor
You may.
right at this moment? Okay. I'm gonna get in contact with one of the OZ, and I'm gonna ask a simple question. Hey, why is the Hearteater targeting my army?
The answer you got back is not from any demon in specific. This is more a lot of people picking up on the line. They want everyone. Everyone.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool.
They literally have a hunger to control and seize people's minds because of the specific way and they are corrupted. Makes them essentially it turns them into sociopathic narcissists. They worship and crave the fawning and devotion and mind control over others. So this is them feeding an addiction for controlling people. So this wasn't targeting you in specific. Your people just happened to be there.
Just the most unfortunate happenstance.
Yeah, this was him
All right.
specifically waiting for the perfect time when the anti-mind control person was absent to spring a trap. But through basically
Gotcha.
The insider that he had inside of your inner war circle, plus the bird that he was watching through his eyes, he negotiated a bird pawn that had a shape Lythander took often, and then sprung the trap once Lythander was absent long enough.
Yep, okay. Gavel seems satisfied by this answer, and she nods to herself.
It's at this point, panting. Dark-eyed Sargazin kibs with all the ritual salts. What the hell was that?
We had a situation. It's solved now.
Are you sure?
I look over to Adam. Just basically as a, do you think for sure we got it?
Adam is very clearly affected. Like, he is very clearly, like, you can see, like, Adam's usually pretty, like, lackadaisical. He's usually has a good deal of chillness about him. Right now, he is pale. Like, he is like, clearly not, like, he's clearly deep in thought, and he's, like, just looking on. Hand on his mouth.
Gavel's gonna look over back to.
I couldn't be sure.
What's this dude's name again? So I can write
Morale
it
was
down.
the name of the guy who got pawned, and let me generate a few names for the guards.
Okay.
I'm digging into the
Morale
Mongolian database
kid
here, since that's one of the Daedi's inspirations.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Like, basically speaking, he's clearly
yeah. The guy who hit him over the head was named
Yes.
Batu, and the one who was and the person who essentially like called the warning sign. Her name is Salongo.
Okay, hold on. Salongo. She was the one
Yeah,
who
she
gave
was
the
one
initial
of.
warning.
He's out. And the entire tent of like
One.
10 or so people guarding her, all of them pinged Shattered Yoke Fury as a defense mechanism against someone trying to Xehanort them.
Oh, and then but two
Yeah,
was
but
the
two
one
is the
who
guy
knocked
currently
out,
standing over him and just putting him
Maral.
back in. Just doing the bonds again, putting in more.
Oh. I looked back over to the guy and I said, and Gavel says, "Yes. From vetting everyone, it seems we've got it, everyone is now clear. Let's hope that we never run into anything like this in the near future, but now we know what kind of enemy we're up against, and now we're more knowledgeable about how to solve it."
Solongo scratches the back of her head. There's no kind of infernal magic you could use to make sure about that, right? Like, I don't know, like give us some juice or something and like make sure it can't. Although I guess she looks at Lythander, who is currently at the full iconic splendor. His display of the big ass goat in the
Yep.
background is standing there bleeding. I guess he's the safeguard.
He, as shocking as it might be, yes. Lythander is our biggest safeguard right now. If you want to learn any techniques about how we can increase our numbers of people who could dispel any sort of dispel this kind of issue again, it would be Lythander you would talk to.
That's the
this
moon
time.
magic for you.
It's something.
So this was supposed to be a cooldown episode.
Yeah, it surely was, wasn't it?
Sure didn't work out that way.
Oh, but
We're
it
not
was
done
fun
yet, though.
There's
There's like
never
one
a
more
cooldown
scene I have
episode.
planned.
Oh yeah.
And I'm good to go for another half
Okay.
hour or so. So next step of this is
Okay.
going to be the actual cooldown of getting to Champoor. This is a much more chill, long travel venture.
Yes.
Okay, the first step in getting this done is finding your way there. Has anyone here been to Champoor before?
I have.
Gavel's probably heard about it, but has never been there personally.
SSD was there once. That was 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Lythander? You ever been to Champoor?
I don't.
I think you said something about it
have
on
I?
your sheet. Under intimacies.
I said to set Champoor.
Yeah, maybe you're from the region then. Who knows? This could be a homecoming. If you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
I
memories
don't.
were still stolen. But the memory that the flashback that you did have of getting stabbed with the memory stealing sword, that did look a lot like the rainy alleys Champoor is famous for, because it never stops raining there. So, navigate roll to plot a path. Who wants to do the navigate roll?
Not me, that's for sure.
Me. Let me go ahead. No excellency for navigate, but I have a navigate of 3. What do we need, boss man?
Difficulty 4.
Nope. Let's see if I can get an emergency
Stunt, okay.
stunt here. Let's see. So, Adam's been... You can tell that Adam's been seen better days. You know, the experience really affected him. He doesn't really know how to deal with having, you know, a mole in the system. Considering how much he likes to talk.
Sorry, continue.
A mole in the system, let alone multiple. He doesn't know how many there are. But he takes some small comfort in the plan. He remembers the places that he had been. He remembers the place where he first started, which was in a side street in Champoor all those years ago. Perhaps an old life calling back to him. He remembers the soft rains of winter during the dry season, and looking out into the desert, seeing things, seeing the sights, the clouds hovering over, using those as a way to sort of trail them to Champoor, the way he used to see them, but now coming in from the outside, and tries to use that to regain his footing.
At a stunt.
Emotionally.
Ah!
Dang it.
Darn it.
Okay, this doesn't mean that you fail. It just means that there's gonna be consequences here. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't give the consequences for the failed step of the other venture, did I?
No, you did not.
Let me
dear
double
DM.
back to that for a moment to figure out what exactly that is. As you succeeded overall,
fine.
but the consequences here is that the consequences that you gave the Hearteater enough time to realize that you were onto him, that he was setting up contingencies in the background, not involving you guys.
Okay.
The consequence is that, oh shit, someone's onto me. Better trigger plan B.
Yep.
Oh.
The Hearteater knows we're onto him.
And for
Okay.
the consequence of this travel venture, hey, you guys are out of food.
Oh boy, alright.
You guys did not find enough stuff
no.
challenging previously. The consequence of this is adding an extra step to the venture, going from 4 to 5.
Okay.
So, wait.
Food.
What are they looking for?
Food.
Oh! I'll make a nutritious substance out of my bottle.
For an entire army.
I can do it.
That may have been what the artifact's original intention was, come to think of it. Using it as booze is an unintended hack.
Hashtag life hacks with Lythander.
Hashtag artifact gang.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you think I have 5 artifacts? Or
Lythander,
5-star
go ahead and
artifacts?
give me... What the fuck would...
What do you like?
Do you have any
sagacity
navigate
and-
dots? What about war?
No. What's navigate?
I think I'm the only one with navigate.
No.
I think I'm not the only one with war, but I think I have the most specialty in
Sagacity
war.
in this case is not going to be applicable. This is feeding an army. You could go ahead and give me a roll of just performance.
Presence or embassy, actually.
Ooh.
Oh, performance. Yeah, no, I'll take it. Sure,
Performance plus
what, man?
finesse.
Plus artifact?
And you could add 2 dice for this being an artifact.
7 successes.
That's
How do you
not
put
bad.
on a performance of feeding an army with this tiny little jug?
Oh please. Oh no.
So I bring everybody into a ring. And I just start pouring porridge, whipping it up, and just throwing at people, making a show.
Oh my god.
Popping an
do you
egg in
start a
my
food
hat
fight?
somehow from Pedro.
No, I think he's
No,
I think he's
doing
becoming
hibachi.
I think
A
he's
hibachi chef?
becoming
A chef.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Hibachi mixed with cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Something like that, yeah. Alright,
Yes.
so with that, you succeed on the base difficulty 5 of feeding an entire army, and you have 2 holdover successes, which I'm going to go with.
That's what I'm using to spice up the food with a little bit of booze.
Okay, in that case,
So spice it up a bit to
I'm
give
going to
the
say that
flavor.
restores the lost morale from the whole Among Us issue. Sauce.
Oh, Jossie, I need the cocainer.
I haven't actually seen Breaking Bad
Ugh.
yet, so I'm struggling.
Lythander is now going to sit down, change it back to alcohol, and just drink after all that.
There's a lot of taste of raw egg still in there you gotta wash out.
Oh, raw eggs goes great with bourbon.
Yeah, nice. Alright.
Nice job
That's
doing that on
good.
command,
That's
actually.
a prairie oyster, isn't it?
I'm a little impressed you were able to do
So
that
it's
on
gonna-
command.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
this is-
gulping down
This
air
is going to be about a month.
as if you're drinking.
This is going to be a month's
Creating a
plus
bubble.
worth of marching, and because you're a trained, not just because you're a trained nomad army, but because you're nomads who literally do this for a living, no role will be involved in traveling this vast distance. Because of those extra successes from rolls, you're not going to have too much more in the way of food security now that you're out of the underworld sections of it. This is more towards the kinds of game and plants you guys harvest, like on your nomadic paths and circuits that you take.
When I turn to a camel, I'm going to swim through the water because camels are notoriously
You're not really
good
getting to the
swimmers.
water until you get to here.
Oh, okay.
We're also notorious BIG.
Yeah. And where are we?
Sorry,
technically at?
sorry,
I know we're
notorious,
right about-
notorious Chase.
You're out of.
Like we're
God
way
damn
back.
it! You're at about here now. You
But where
started
were we
out
before?
about here.
I was about to say it would have been close. Yeah,
Okay.
around that area.
So the
yeah.
next step is figuring out how to cross the water, or you can hire
Easy,
a
we
boat or
swim.
something.
Easy. We swim.
We're not swimming.
No one's gonna mess with a camel.
We're not.
I can take you all one by one.
That's going to take 5 days, Lythander.
All right.
I'm going to go into my ring to see if
I'll see if
there's
I
a
can-
rowboat or something in there.
And I'm gonna go ahead and just stop them right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and like charter a boat
All right, go ahead and give me
with my
I'm
my
in the ring.
influence.
go ahead and give me a force plus embassy with influence added.
All right. Here's 12 D10. Did I get it? Am I doing it right? Okay.
I'm gonna need to do some filling out on this very conspicuous island over here to figure out what's on that. I'll run table generators in between sessions to find out what's up with that.
Yeah,
That's enough.
Sounds
To,
that's
good.
a good idea.
yep,
that is
only needed
5
3.
Okay, good.
Thank
I
goodness.
am beginning to redeem myself.
Under the
So, is there a boat?
there
in
is no
my
boat, but by
ring?
the time you get back out after several hours of searching, you stop by a nearby village and have SSD send off another fax message to run some payment, get some influence, and get boats chartered from the next port, probably around here-ish, within several weeks' time to get to Champoor along the trade route, around sea.
Is there a faster route besides the trade route?
Not really, no. Not at the power level you guys are.
No. Okay. Do we need passport? Do we need passports? Now that I realized it.
No.
Are you?
What's a
sure?
passport?
Yes.
SST asks.
You know, the thing that says that you're allowed into other kingdoms.
It's a high society thing. Don't worry about it, dearie.
I'm from the boonies, and I know what a passport is.
I've killed a lot of people. I know what a passport.
How do those two
Passport
connect?
Is like
Don't worry.
I don't know.
passport
I'm
is-
scared. SSD hold me.
a passport is like it's a type of frame that you use to hold up a rug of some kind.
Okay, let me try. Okay.
You're a traitor, and you don't know what a
Of
passport
course I did. I just told you what it is.
You know what a contract you know what a contract is, yes, SSD?
For those of you listening in, I just described a passepartout, a passepartout,
That's a really good intro.
which is a type of frame.
That's really good. Basically a passport is a contract that says I'm allowed to enter this area under all circumstances. No matter what.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like something Mobo would know more about than me. He was always the traveling. Oh shit! Have you guys seen a
It's a very
walking
high
city
society
around here?
thing.
City
what?
that walks.
Like, okay, SSD, how big of a city are we talking about? Are we talking, like,
just a few houses? Or are we talking an entire burg?
Are we talking Kamatha, or are we talking... She
maybe a quarter
ventures him to go
of
forward.
Kamthahar. For the record, Kamthahar is about as big as Rome was in its heyday.
Oh, okay. Yep.
How do we see
it's pretty hard to
that,
miss.
then?
It would be pretty hard to miss if it's the quarter of...
Yes,
Kamthahar.
actually, no. Do you know how it would be easy to miss?
It would not.
If we're standing on it.
Still, a city of that magnitude. It would be... It would almost be... It would be a little baby mountain at that point.
Yeah,
So-
Yes.
But nothing...
yeah.
But nothing comes to
The
mind,
leader
I'm
of our
afraid.
batch, mind over body orator. He said he was the latest project I said when he last saw him was he was trying to build up his own nation, and he said
Daring.
he's gonna build a nation upon his back, and he said he meant that quite literally.
Oh, interesting.
For reference, in old editions,
Is
how
it-
alchemicals used to advance in power, they turn into giant robots, then they turn into cities.
Oh,
They become Metroplex from Transformers.
I see. Or, what's it? What was that Transformer that became a planet in one of the
Unicron?
movies?
Unicron?
This is an
Unicron, thank
optional
you.
advancement path, but it's apparently one he's going down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just thought it's something you mentioned relevant. We might need a passport if we're going to his place.
That... I
It's a
see.
good call, yes.
So wait, we don't get the friends
mean,
and family
maybe.
discount.
Well, you know what they say. Passport is archaic for master key, so... I mean,
You do know what a passport is.
of course I do.
I thought saying random bullshit on a joke was Lythander's thing.
I thought it was too, Mr. Imposter. I pull
No,
out my
no, we
shovel,
already dealt
pointing
with
it
that.
In any case,
I grab the back of Lythander's head and yank his hair.
in any case,
Drop.
in the case of passports, we can definitely make the manufacturing process isn't too long-winded, but it is a little bit. But it is going to be a little difficult to procure them from where we're standing. We might be able to get some if we arrive closer to the border. Have some connections we can use, but
For reference, that's actually the
Until
next
then,
step of the
we're-
venture, securing passage into the city.
Okay.
yeah.
Now, I will say, Gavel, are you bringing your entire army with you?
We are executing plan. Are we executing plan?
Order 66.
Queen of Spades.
Plan Delta Alpha 69.
Oh,
No, fuck you. I devised the plan. I get to come up with a code word. We're using Operation Queen of Spades. Let's go.
Gavel's probably not going to bring her entire army into the city. She is probably going to bring...
Like a
Group of
She's probably going to bring... She's probably going to
like a
bring
size
30
1
people.
group. Got it. Instead of size 5.
Yeah, size 1.
Okay.
A specialized
Yeah.
task force,
Yeah,
as it
sounds
were.
good. Like Task Force Spade or something.
And then she's gonna basically have the rest of the army basically keep doing surveys and patrols to make sure no one who's gonna cause trouble for us is going to enter the city without
This
our
is an
knowledge.
embassy role to get passage into the city.
Ah, embassy role, is it?
I have 2 embassy.
I have 4.
But I also have an excellent.
have-
But I also have an
You have
excellent.
an embassy
C4.
excellent?
Ah,
Excellency?
you have an excellency.
Yeah,
Oh,
I believe so. I'll double check.
Well, now.
Yeah, one of my excellencies is
You got
embassy.
Yo!
Oh yeah, the freebie from leveling up, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, go on. If you want to give it a shot, and you could add what are your merits other
And
than
more.
you have an influence one, right?
I do. I have an influence
You could
level
use that.
2.
Proc that.
Okay. Any particular attribute
finesse.
you want, or just in finesse? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 7
All right,
successes.
it's difficulty 5. What surprises
Heck
you
yeah.
most is the sheer amount of blatant bribes required. Like, they outright say the word bribe out loud several times.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say okay, but they just straight up say bribe. Okay, gotcha.
Probably Gavel's never been to Champoor before, and what immediately becomes apparent is SSD describing it as a hive of scum and villainy is very accurate. This is a city that is entirely almost dominated by several big-ass crime families.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, good.
This is essentially creation's equivalent to Gotham.
I was thinking more Las Vegas, but I think that's a better equip. I think the Gotham one's a better
What Las
equivalent.
Vegas used to be plus Gotham. Yeah, as someone who lived in Vegas recently, it's, on the surface at least, cleaned up its act.
No, that's good at least. At least on the surface, I should say.
So, the final step of this venture is gonna be in the next step. On the, you managed to get there safely in terms of pulling into the big local port with your guy, with a crack squad with you. The exorcism has probably happened in between sessions. I'll whip the charm correct later, because there's a special lunar mode I have in mind you might find useful later, in terms of capturing curses and recasting them on people later.
That's hilarious.
It is, yeah. It's something Lunars can do in 3rd edition. I'm importing that here. Midway, I would say probably about here-ish or so. There is a body floating in the water.
Oh!
And the person who chartered the boat just leans over to Adam, who's the one who chartered it. Should we pick him up?
Okay. I'd like to examine the body. I'd like to examine the body.
It's
Make
ragged,
sure
but it
it's-
is breathing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. Bring him aboard.
There is no picture of this character yet, but this is one of the signature characters in recent Exalted material.
Oh, in an official character.
He's not going to be playing a major role. This is like a flavor piece.
Let's see.
Okay, but okay, yeah, fair.
He pulls back up. I'd call that a stroke of luck, but not really something that happens to me.
Easy.
And what did happen?
Breathe easy,
and what
son.
did happen to you?
For the reference, it's not contagious.
That's all right.
Best not be.
I imagine it wasn't. You were drowning, son. That ain't no infection.
Not that. The sickness.
Ah. I see.
Not airborne, not touchborne, not waterborne, but it is spreading some other way.
I see. And what's your name?
We're not killing him, Lythander. Calm
Name's
down.
Willow
What do you
Spectre.
mean? Lythander's not saying anything.
Adam, of the Golden Hawk. These are my associates.
The Golden Hawk
We're
Restaurant.
traveling to Champoor.
The Golden Hawk Restaurants.
The very same.
Stopped there for lunch in between my match.
Ah. You're a wrestler, are you?
Not that kind of a game. You've heard of Gateway.
Oh, a sportsman.
It's a chess.
I see.
It's a chess equivalent in this setting.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm running through every type of game that I can think of that would be applicable in medieval
It's
times.
it's shogi with multiple layers of level boards.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That was my third guess.
I just finished up a match with an old friend, Sigareth, and once I beat her again, I tidied up my winnings, left out, and then fell over.
Oh, isn't Cigarette the one who's causing all this? If I
No,
remember correctly?
no, they're an old... Friend isn't the right word. Enemy isn't either. Rival, yes.
Rival.
I
I see.
I'm almost done dueling them out of the first row of souls they've stolen. I'll set everyone
Well,
in there
that's
for
good
you
news,
one
at
day.
least. Well, that's good news, at least.
Though I need to recover from this
So tell me more.
first.
So tell me about this sickness of yours.
See, the odd thing is that usually it just kills people in their sleep.
Is it some kind of pandemic? Is it happening to more people? over
Give
at,
me anyone who wants.
our
Give
direction?
me a high difficulty. Give me a high difficulty sagacity roll to diagnose.
Ooh, okay. Any specific attributes?
Fortitude.
Fortitude. Oh, okay. This will be interesting.
I am going to spend.
I'll attempt it at least.
I will do this since fortitude is my thing.
This is
and I'm
going to sound
spend
incredibly
a vote
weird,
to
but you could
gain
also
an
do
excellency in
close
sagacity.
combat instead.
Okay, now I actually sagacity and close combat are the same for me. So
Rolling 15.
you rolled 15.
You did it.
I got the same
Oh.
amount as Lythander.
Okay, so 5 successes
How
is
high
enough to
difficulty?
pick up on some, not completely find out, but enough to pick up on lesser details of this is not a disease. Like
Okay.
all these symptoms
Uh-huh.
he is presenting and all the symptoms Spectre is presenting and everything else he is describing, this is not a disease. This is something else. This is not affecting anyone's meridians in the way it would affect the disease. This is not symptomatic in the way a normal disease is. This is not transmitted like a normal disease. This is some other curse or affliction affecting people that acts like a disease, and people are reacting to it like it's a disease. But that is a misnomer. This is some flavor of curse.
Hmm.
And for... do you want to give me a close combat roll to follow up with that?
I can.
Speaking
Same.
of which.
Same
Yep.
attribute.
Speaking of which, what's the next step of
Okay.
our venture?
The next step is in not getting cursed.
3. Oopsie.
No, you can't pick it up.
Okay.
This just seems like weird esoteric magic to you.
That's fine.
That is somehow affecting hundreds of people.
Mhm.
Okay, so
My
the next step
Spicy.
in this is going to be integrity rolls.
Hey, Sun King Radiance! Or no, it's integrity, not resolve, right?
Yes, it is integrity.
Wow. Well, I still have my excellency, thankfully.
Go ahead and let's have you roll for the party then. Because you could do the integrity shield, basically.
I guess. Oh, pray for me. Oh, dear God. Plus fortitude?
Yes.
Okay, has to be fortitude. Got it. Jeez. Here's hoping. Wait. What else can I do for this?
I'm actually going to have SSD roll to see if he can identify what this is, too. He's using an excellency. Nope.
Let's see. I have my excellency. The judgment, halo. No, these are all combat. These are all for combat.
Yeah, SSD did roll well enough to, and Gavel and Lythander probably figure out at about the same time as you get closer to the city. This city is too big for there to be less than one infection vector. There are multiple sources, multiple poisoned wells, or multiple cursed streets, or whatever is delivering this.
Yeah, I have no. Yeah, 7 successes. Thank goodness.
Let's
Blind
go.
roll worked.
That's high enough to get to the 7 successes thing for the other side of the issue, so I'll give you a few pieces of information. The first is that no one in your party is cursed.
Good. Thank
Okay,
goodness.
that's what the integrity roll was for.
Actually, give me a follow-up ranged combat roll.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Force plus ranged combat.
All right, 4 successes.
Four.
It's on the tip of.
successes.
You can add the excel. Oh, did you add the excellency? For range, do you have a range combat excellency?
I don't. I don't. No, I don't. I don't have it.
Okay. All right. In that case,
I can add a stunt. I can add a stunt if you. Maybe
it's 7 successes to identify what's going on.
I do have the. Okay, which.
So for the integrity
the,
roll, I can give you.
Does the integrity? Yeah, you could give me like holdover successes.
Yeah, I'll give you. Well, I'll tell you. I won't explain the exact thing that's going on, although what it could be is pretty obvious to deep Exalted fans. But in terms of, you get an idea of what the vector is. Somewhere far away, someone is sleeping over by a window, and then they keel out of it, and like all that you saw happening next to it was someone nearby talking with them.
Again with the talking.
This is a curse carried through words.
Oh, come on.
Not again.
Different kind of curse. This one just kills you.
Oh, thank goodness! That's what I
cool.
was worried about.
The person is
It's okay.
dressed. The person. Let's see if the person notices you. 5, 6.
Oh, that's 5 successes.
The person is wearing what might have once been beautiful golden armor, but has now been tarnished green. Or, as you would know it, head to plate orichalcum armor.
Oh, I resonate with that.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, but you resonate with everything.
I do. That's true.
They make eye contact with you, even as they are hundreds of feet away. You know they are directly looking at you. And then
Me specifically,
Adam.
or to Adam?
And then they jump through the
Okay.
ceiling.
Of the house?
Yep, and they are running across the rooftops. They are moving like they are, like, as light as air, dressed in full plate armor.
Oh my goodness.
And we are where witnessing this happening?
On the boat coming into the city.
Piece of fucking shit. Are we gonna have to do like a chase scene right now?
It's a bit late in the night for that.
Yeah.
And also, it's pouring rain, and also none of you have the special balance charms, and also they are using a universal athletics magic to get away, so this is set up for next time.
Okay.
So you saw someone in golden tarnished orichalcum green armor just yeet their way out in the middle of pouring rain in rooftops in full plate
Swoosh
running
right.
across.
Yeah.
Watch me swoosh right out.
Yee.
Swoosh.
They're venting.
God damn it! I thought we were done with Among Us! What have I done?
Always leave it to me to bring it back around. Leave it to Beaver, ladies and gentlemen.
So, yeah, as we're closing off, is there anything you guys want to do? Any other questions you have asked for me before you get into this next neck of the woods?
I think Gavel is fine. This is her first time experiencing the city, so she's just gonna be taking it all in, as it were.
You have to pay some more rounds of bribes getting in. Again, they openly use the word bribes.
Which is both confusing, but also a breath of fresh air, for once.
All right, in that case, I'm going to close off the session with the camera zooming into the highest tower of the city. You know, there is a certain amount of depreciation when saying the word dragon in Exalted. Partially because of the dragon-blooded, yes, but that's because dragons are elemental creatures primarily, and the stronger an elemental spirit gets, the more dragon-like they appear. It's like carcinization in nature. All things become as dragon, given enough elemental power. There is an actual elemental dragon ruling over Champoor, though. Tenpen Meshu, the Night Queen. Lesser elemental dragon of water.
Oh, that would explain the rain.
Uh-huh. She curls on her enormous throne, looking outward at the city, notes these new arrivals. That won't change much. We've been here before. They weren't able to beat me then. Not when I have my ace in the hole.
Thank you for listening to FateBreakers. We here at the Action Economy Crew are really excited to bring you our first big project, and you can also follow all our socials for more of our content. Actionable plays live and die by word of mouth, so if you enjoyed this episode, or know a friend or two who would be interested in this setting or the story we're telling, spreading the word is a great help to a brand new podcast. Me and the players have a lot of ideas and plot seeds for later, both in the far future and 2 weeks from now in the next episode of FateBreakers. Catch you then.